Can I teach you this game? I'll do my best, Donnie. I'm still learning. There's a lot of things that I don't know. I will probably have to Google things and watch some tutorials on stream today, which is something I generally don't do, but I did tag this learning, you know, in the title. So, you know, again, hopefully folks will give me a little bit of leeway on that, but I will do my best to teach you, Donnie. All right. Maybe I should tag this one learning and teaching. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a world. Now here's the thing. I like. You know what? Let's do 5. Let's do 50. We're gonna do a 50-year history length. We're gonna do a medium map size. Let's do a high number of civilizations, a high number of sites, and let's do. Do you guys want to do very high number of beasts? Now the problem is, I did put on a mod that gives us mythical beasts. So I don't know if you guys want to do like do we want to get like, this is probably good. This is probably entertaining. Good morning, Nuri. Good morning, Jammers. Good morning, Tapasso. Good morning, Thunis. Good morning, This. Good morning, Gray. I know you're there. Good morning. Good morning, Jordo. Jordo always lurks my stream. What do you guys want to do? How crazy do we want to get? Do we want to be like reasonable gamers this morning, or do we want it to be entertaining? Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing with the mineral occurrence. I kind of I go back and forth on this. There's part of me that likes to play sparse because I like to have to hunt for minerals, and it feels good when you like find the things that you're looking for, but it feels really bad when you don't. It also skews the economy a little bit. I'll tell you what. Let's do frequent mineral. Let's do very high natural savagery, number of beasts. And we'll do high everything else. This is good. Let me take a look at the mods. I'm going to put the coffee on. I don't need the Stella Elves or the Aranese because they're a little broken. I want to make sure McNuggy's Mythical Beast is on. And of course, we have the smell the coffee. Good morning, Moo Reaper. What is going on? Let's go and create the world. Good morning, Moo. Are you ready for some Dwarven storytelling this morning? It's going to be a story of love and loss and death. This is... Oh, wait a minute. Did I not change the... Hold up. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I thought we changed it. Wow, Dwarf Fortress has 5 viewers on right now. We're doing it. Okay. In year 1, the elf Mame Ford Polish became the druid of the Horns of Submerging. In year 14, the goblin Utez Dablok became the master of the mangy cruelties. In the early winter of 29, the undead dragon Seer Grizzlesiege, the legend of Aces, was struck down by ratfolk in Stablehate. In the early summer of the year 40, the human Tustits the Ontbite of the Virtuous Confederations created the position of royal housekeeper as a matter of course. And then in year 49, the dwarf Catan Umblebra constructed mine tangles for the wealthy faith. No, you're good, Jordo. You're good. That was my mistake. I am basically now Dwarf Fortress on Twitch. It's me and one other person probably. All right, is everybody caught up on the lore so far? So we are playing year 50, historical figures 5,500. Okay. Good morning, Kablooey. Let's play now. Nuri Merry Miner. I'm gonna see let's go into Fortress and let's do a we're gonna skip the tutorial. And let's go ahead and find an embark. Whoops, let's find an embark location. I want to get some like just actual I want to be like we're with some bad bitches. The Steps of Kissing. Yellow Barb. I want to do like, we got Ixthids and Ratfolks to be hostile. Good morning, hubby. I usually play like in these thick woods. But I also like to have 4 neighbors. Let's see if we can find a 4 neighbor, like a 2 hostile 4 neighbor. What is this? This is terrifying surroundings up there. This is Knowles hostile, Ixthid's hostile. Elves and humans will be like allied, basically. Let's see if we can get this here. Hold on 1 second. I gotta pay attention because we don't want to fuck this part up. I kind of wanted a river though. I thought it would be a little more bushy. I thought it would be more bushy out here. Also, I don't know if my proximity to the terrifying like bleeds over into this area. Yes, thank you, Gray. Yeah, okay, and thank you for pinning that as well. What do we got here? Iron, gold, silver, copper, nickel, zinc. This looks... Hold on. Very deep soil. Sand. I kind of want a river. I want a river. I can't find what I'm looking for, guys. Ooh, copper, platinum. Untamed wilds. I might not be able to embark here because there might not be fresh water. Let me see. I kind of want that platinum. You've selected a tile with salt water. We can't do that. Let's go back and get something a little more in here. I don't think we're gonna get what I want, guys. We're trying to find. I'm trying to find something sexy. I don't really want deep. I don't want very deep soil. I don't think we have a lot of options. We do have goblins here. Iron, gold, silver, copper, zinc, lead. But where's that platussi? Hold on. I don't think we're going to find it. Also, I don't know how much... we might just have to do... Here we go. That looks good. This is the Dimpled Forests. Wow, the stream's name is the Ripper of the Bewitching. I want to make sure that we don't have salt water. Who's these people up here? Yep. This area, you've selected a savage area. The wildlife might be dangerous. I'm not afraid. Okay? I'm not afraid of this shit. Let's go in. Whoops. I clicked abort, guys. Confirm this. I don't think we should be afraid. I'll tell you what, we're going to do economy hard because, like, I'm a bit of an economy min-maxer, and it just makes it too easy if it's on normal. I'm going to keep enemies on normal because we have some very hard enemies in the games. So let's go play now. And I think we'll do... Oh, shit. All right. Ooh, boy, we're in the snow. Let's take a look at what we have on the map. The game leads me to believe that there is a stream here, but it is frozen as balls. Okay. I've never really played on a snowy realm like this before. Let's see how deep. I'm guessing these are going to be rivers. I'm guessing this is going to be water. Let me see. Drainvid, how are you? One Trick, how are you? Good morning. Coyote, good morning. Prayer, good morning. Everybody, good morning. Sorry, I'm lost in calculation. This kind of sucks because I don't really know where the water is, and that's going to be important. Yeah, we definitely have some frozen balls. I guess we're just going to dig. Hold up. Boy, I kind of like this area over here a little better because there's just less shit in the way. We could probably put a base like in this square right here, and then we'll be able to dig a moat. We'll be able to dig a nice moat. But I also would like to be... I wonder if I could dig a moat in the river. Like, I can't imagine that's a problem, right? Digging a moat. Like, if our base, like, if this box, you guys see this box? Like, if our base was basically here, I got to assume, let's not get fancy. Let's not get fancy. We're just going to start digging, and we're going to hope for the best. So, good luck, everybody. We would probably want to put I'm going to put my hole right here. And let's dig down. Elevation 0. Let's dig down to 5 and see what it looks like. We got to do a couple of things to prep here. I'll tell you guys what I know, like, as I do this, because I know some folks also play. So a couple of things. The game, if you don't create your own embark, it typically does a pretty good job of giving you a wide range of people. So, like, we have one miner, one planter, one woodworker, one stonecrafter, one fisherman, a mason, and an expedition leader. The expedition leader typically has the skills required to be able to be a good expedition leader, and we'll look at that in a moment. So you kind of start very well-rounded. You can actually do a custom embark where you can pick the skills for each of your people, where you can pick the stuff that you like to embark with, all of that. So you could customize all of this. It's just like, you know, it's just like RimWorld, where we would sit there, you know, not randoming, but just kind of figuring out what we needed. You want to be the Fisher Dwarf. Okay, well, you can be the Fisher Dwarf. I can do that. Let me take a look at the list. Oh, boy. All right, Donnie, I got you. So, what I typically do, and I'm going to tell you guys, I'm just going to be honest with you, I'm still learning, so I have no idea whether I'm right or wrong in most of this stuff. So I'll tell you what I do. We basically are going to have a couple of miners. Basically, what I'm going to do is assign us a miner, a woodcutter, a planter, a fisher. I'm going to assign a plant gatherer. We're definitely going to need a stone cutter, so that's going to be this person. I'll rename everybody in a minute. We don't need an engraver at the moment. We might need a hauler. We don't need an orderly. I'm going to assign a few more people, depending on the number of picks we have. I think I can probably see the number of picks in here. So I currently have 3 copper picks, so we'd be able to have 3 people mining. So this is what I do. I typically just set my labor up. What we want to do is come in here, and you can see that we have my expedition leader here. That's going to be me in a minute, and these will be all of my noble positions. My militia commander will head up the militia. The sheriff will do everything in the justice tab, which we can look at once we get everything set up. I've never used a hammer before. This manager is one of our most important roles here, because this is going to allow us to essentially automate all of our production. The chief medical dwarf will be one of the people that will be leading our hospital efforts. We will also need things like a bone doctor. We will need a diagnostician and things like that. The broker will basically give us estimates, very accurate estimates on the amount of things that you see up here. Food, drink, seeds, meat, and fish. These here are all very rough estimates because we do not have a broker. And then sorry, that's the bookkeeper. The bookkeeper is the one that will estimate all of our stuff that we have up here. The broker will be in charge of trading when we have traders come, and I have no idea what. Yeah, bong doctor, a bong doctor. It's not really that complicated. Like, you got to just play it a little bit. This will all make more sense like once you see it. It sounds complicated, but once you see it, a lot of this is very easy. It's just not intuitive. That's the problem. The other thing that you'll notice once we start assigning people to their roles, you can see this here, is the expedition leader. This is all of the facilities that each of your people will require. So what you will notice is if we hey Nimes, how are you? What you would notice is that if we were to assign somebody to the militia commander, this row here would pop up down here, and there would be red if it's required. So some of our nobles are going to require basically a study in a quarters. They will require a tomb prepared for them. They're going to require a dining area assigned to them. They're going to need a requisite number of chests, and some of them are going to require, like your militia commander will require things like armor racks and weapon. It sounds challenging, but it's really not. It's kind of, that piece of it's self-explanatory. If we take a look at the creatures, this will just show us everybody that we have. It will also show them. It'll also show them what we have them assigned to. What's up? We're just taking a break. We're taking a mental health break from RimWorld today. I was a little burnt yesterday, and I had to decide today, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to go into today burnt out in RimWorld and have like, I didn't like yesterday's stream. Everybody's like, no, it's fine. I just didn't like the quality of the stream. I didn't like some of the plays that I made, some of the decisions I made, and it was just wearing on me. So I was like, either I am just going to chill today and play Dwarf Fortress and not stream, or I'll just stream Dwarf Fortress. And I was like, fuck it, let's just stream. Work orders. We don't have any work orders yet. We won't be able to get work orders until we assign somebody to be the manager. Once we assign somebody to the manager, work orders will be active. This was the Noble Administrator stream. Objects. This is very cool. Like, this is kind of where... Did you play DF before this Steam? I did not, Giasm. I did not. I didn't start... I used to watch streams because I've really been interested in Dwarf Fortress for a really long time. And I used to watch the ASCII streams, like Blind and a few others, because I was like, I can learn this. Like, it can't be that hard. And then every time I watched the streams, I loved I loved watching them even in ASCII, especially people that were good at bringing Dwarf Fortress to life. But I couldn't get past the ASCII. Like, I know that sounds terrible. Once it released on Steam, I started to dabble in it. But it's one of these games where, like, I've put, like, 10 hours into it to learn things, and then I stop playing for whatever reason, and then I come back, like, 3 months later. I've forgotten everything. I got to relearn it. So there's a bunch of things that I still just don't know, which we're going to hopefully learn. This objects tab is super cool. And one of the things that I love about the objects tab is that your dwarves will be able to create objects that are like renowned objects. And you could do a lot of things with those. And one of the things you can do is display them. So it's kind of cool. You'll have dwarves that will be like, we've just made this like crazy masterpiece thing. You'll get a notification that it's happened, and they can either choose to keep it for themselves or they can donate it to the colony. We'll be able to put it on display somewhere. Symbols, I don't know what that is. Named objects, we don't have any named objects. Written content, when we get our library up, if we have a production set up for our scribes to be able to scribe things, then they will be able to write books. And then the last thing is the justice tab. I can't really show this to you, but you have a lot of things here. Is we have open cases. When somebody commits a crime and there are witnesses, it will be an open case. This will be active once we have a sheriff, and we will go ahead and build a dungeon, which we will have cages in. So basically we have open cases. These are the things that we would be working. The closed cases are ones that we've closed out. Cold cases, I think, are ones that just sit open for too long. The most times that I see cold cases happen is where it's like a crime is committed, but nobody is telling you who it is. We have the Fortress Guards, Desired Metal Cages and Chains, a 0 of 1. Convicts, this will show us anybody that we've convicted of crimes, and this intelligence will be like any plots. If a crime involves a conspiracy, an interrogation may reveal the plot. So if people commit crimes in Dwarf Fortress, this screen here would allow us to interrogate the people who've been accused, or it may allow us to interrogate the people who were the witnesses, and you'll get further intelligence. And then once you feel that you have enough intelligence to be able to convict somebody, you can convict somebody of the crimes, and they will be sent to jail. Hold on, I gotta catch up on chat here. You think it's... Well, here's the thing. We're playing on natural savagery, which means we're going to have a crazy amount of angry animals. And we also have mythical beasts on. So, hold on. So I put this on because I have this fantasy of you guys naming characters and then fighting like giant mythical beasts, like these giant snake things. I don't know what that salamander thing is. There's dragons. There's cocks. I want you guys to cockfight. I don't know what that is. It looks like a big angry bird. But there's a lot of cool things. Some of these things will maybe come seasonally. Some of them may just show up on the tile. Some of them we may find when we dig deep. So it's possible that we just dig into a cavern and one of those things comes out and murders everybody, and then we start over. So that's kind of where we're at today. Symbols are items that are assigned to your nobles. Awesome. Thank you, Kaitoshi. There's a justice system. Yeah, we'll show you I'm going to try to get as far as I can today. We've got about 11 hours. We'll try to get as far as we can so I can show you guys, basically everything that I've learned. But again, I may say things that are wrong. I may be just explaining to you guys how I do something. It's kind of like RimWorld, right? Like, I just play RimWorld wrong after 5,000 hours. Imagine how wrong I'm going to play this after like 100 or so. Donnie, you can be the fisherman. Let's see what's happening. At 11 hours, so just an epilogue. Yeah, probably. Making all the wildlife hostile definitely sounds like a dwarf-friendly place. Well, one of the reasons why I wanted to make all the wildlife so hostile is because it's going to force me to, like, build... I just started building outside, like, putting up walls. We will... we'll put up... what I want to do with this is... And one of the things that I want to practice is I kind of want to put my base... It's hard to see because of the white. I'm so sorry. I kind of want to make a big square right here, and I want to dig a moat... around that square, and then have like one entrance. And I've never actually built ballistas or catapults. Based on the videos I've seen, there's varying results and use cases for them, but I want to try them. So I don't know how to build them. I don't know how to set them up. I don't know how to aim them. I don't know how to make sure they're armed. I don't know any of that. So one of the things that I would like to learn today is, number one, how to set up traps, cages, and siege equipment. And then number 2 is I've really never done a lot with like a lot of the clothing and things like that. And then my military. I've kind of been practicing with my military. I think I figured out how to assign people to my military and have them train and spar without just being angry all the time. We're also going to set up a mist generator, which is going to require us to do some Dwarven liquid engineering. I think that I know how to do that well enough. You played TF for 15 years, not heard anything wrong so far? Well, thank you, GSM. You've always wanted to learn how to play this. Again, I'll do my best to explain to you guys what I know. If there are folks, and if I say something wrong, you guys can, I generally frown upon backseating, but if I say something wrong and it needs to be corrected, just let me know. I'm not, because I'm here to learn as well. All right. I think that is everything in the screens, guys. The last thing you'll see, like tasks is okay, places is okay, labor we looked at, work orders you guys will see. All of these we've seen. Now, I'm going to tell you, the one thing that it took me forever to remember how to fix, also, pets and livestock. So you can see all the pets and livestock in here. The other thing that I've never really done, some people like to chain dogs at the entrances to like scare away thieves, which maybe we'll try that today. We have domesticated and stray dogs. We have some hunting hippogriffs. I have no idea what to do with those. I have a stray hippogriff stallion, and I have a couple of yaks. We looking okay. Apparently there's an owl bear, but I don't know if that's mine. It says it's a wild animal and a giant sparrow, and then our dead and missing is going to be here. But one of the first things that I like to do when I get into the game is go into the labor tab. Go into kitchen. Oh, shit. And we want to make sure that we're not cooking our plump helmet spawns, okay? This is like such a weird nuance. Like, I can't think of anything in RimWorld that is this strangely nuanced as the plump helmet spawn is in Dwarf Fortress. So I'll explain to you what I think I understand. The plump helmets, are basically the what you're going to primarily be using for brewing drinks. As you can see up here, we have food, we have drinks, we have seeds, which we will be able to plant to be able to make things to brew and drink. You have meat, which we would hunt or butcher, and then you have fish, which the fisher dwarves will collect, and then you have plants, which you will also is part of how we're going to make food and drinks. So here's the thing: when you cook a meal, or when you cook a plump helmet spawn or anything, the seeds are destroyed, okay? When you brew something, the seeds are not destroyed. So your plump helmets, what you want to do is not cook them, because what you want to do is plant a plump helmet spawn. You want your dwarves to pick those plump helmets, and then you want them to use those plump helmets primarily for brewing to make your drinks. And in the process of brewing your plump helmet spawns, they will get seeds back that they can then go replant. So if you're cooking your plump helmet spawns, that means that we're planting plump helmets, we're cooking plump helmets, we're not getting any seeds. You're going to run out of seeds. You're not going to be able to plant your plump helmets to then make more drinks out of. Now, you'll be able to get plump helmet spawn through other means, but your most reliable kind of consistent method for getting plump helmet spawns is going to be to make sure that you're not cooking, that you're not using the plump helmet spawns for cooking. So it's green right now, and you can see up in the upper right hand corner, this type is allowed to be cooked. We want this to be red. We want your plump helmet spawns to be red. That is in the labor, that is in the kitchen, and that is here for your seeds. And I'm pretty sure once we actually have plump helmets, we would want to turn them off in here as well by toggling this. Hold on, guys. So I'm going to catch up on chat here. 11 by 11. I'm going to try not to do 11 by 11. I'm going to try not to do 11 by 11. Wait, 11 by 11 is your embark size? I'm afraid you're going to have... I'm going to die. I'm going to die to stuff long before we die of FPS, I believe. We like to burn hot and burn bright here. All right, I'll stop saying plump helmet spawns then. So in here, you can see what you have for vegetables. Right now, we have mandrake root. You can see what we have for seeds. We do have enough seeds to plant all of these things. Some of these things will be above ground seeds, and some of them will be below ground seeds. I'm not experienced enough right now to tell you which are which until I go to plant them, and then you'll see which ones you can do above and below. We'll make some above ground farms. We'll make some below ground farms. You'll see that we have roughly 60-ish drinks here: Dwarven ale, beer, and wine, and you can see this number is basically 60, and that should correspond to the number of drinks that we have up here. And then you will see the meat, fish, and others that we have here. So we've got about 20 cave fish, and we have a 20 dog tripe. Sounds delicious. And that's probably the 20 meat that we have here is the dog tripe, and then this is probably going to be the 20 cave fish that we have here. I guess the last thing, now that I blind you guys with this snow-covered map, the last thing that's important to know on the UI here is your stocks. You can see your stonks here. So we have all your stonks here. So everything that we have in stonk, you'll be able to see here. So you can see we have one anvil. It will show it here. This is where you can kind of see this stuff. We don't have any body parts yet. Okay, good. We have 3 buckets, which people use to get water. You have cloth in here. We've got some crutches. If people get injured, we'll put those in the hospital. You can see your drinks in here if you wanted to break down of your drinks, of your fish, of your footwear, like anything in here. For me, this is like, okay, well, how many statues do I have? Do I have enough statues to fill a temple to whomever? Yes or no? I can just slide all the way down to the S's, and I can see what we have for statues. I have none because we haven't made any. You know, it's like, okay, well, how many stone do I have for a specific thing? We can come down to stones, and it would show us, okay, I have enough stones to do a floor in a place and things like that. So that's all of our stocks there. Let's see. Yeah, we're giving it another go, Dr. Drunk. Everything down here is basically kind of a redundancy of what you guys saw up top. So it's just going to be the citizen menu. This is going to be the tasks. Here you have your information pane. We have the labor menu. It's just everything we have up top. Over here, you'll see our elevation. You can see every time I'm scrolling down right now, we're going deeper, -2, -3. You don't see anything on the screen because this is all just solid rock right now. If I scroll all the way back up, we're going to go elevation 2, 3, 1, and then you'll see this. And if we keep scrolling, like we're in the trees right now is what we're looking at, is the tippy top of the trees. And now we're in above the tree line into the sky. One of the things that I find very jarring about watching Dwarf Fortress is all the clicking around. This can be a little hard to watch, but I'll do my best not to speed scroll through things. All of this I will explain to you guys. Some of this I don't even know how to use. Burrows I haven't done a lot with, but we're just going to go ahead and get into this. I think we have a hole here. Let's make sure we have the appropriate number of miners assigned. We do have 3. We have 3 miners and some haulers. We're going to probably want to get underground as quickly as possible. I also think it's not a great idea for us to start our hole here with our wagon all the way over here from a probably min-max perspective, but we're just going to go ahead and let it ride. My other concern here is that we are going to need some wood. Hold on. I want to be able to see where our hole is. Somebody should be coming over to our hole. It is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and give us a stockpile probably here. And honestly, I'm just going to be lazy. I'm going to click all, but I don't want any stone in it. Yeah, not necessarily its first time. I've given this game a shot a few times. I would say that I'm mildly competent. Like I've never built magma forges and things like that. All right, I'm still waiting for somebody to come dig this hole. So what we're gonna do is put a stockpile here because we're gonna end up just deconstructing this here. And they should be able to bring that over here. We might have to go a little larger on the stockpile because I'm probably gonna be a little lazy. And what we're going to do is make sure that we have wood. We're going to need wood for beds. I'm just going to cut the wood out of the stockpile first. And I'm also going to go ahead and grab some bushes here. We're still not mining. I guess we'll wait and see what's happening here. The skill ceiling is crazy high, and I'm very lazy. Thank you for your follow. I am a RimWorld streamer by trade, and I'm the laziest RimWorld streamer. So, you know, imagine, and I've got 5,000 hours in that, and I'm adequate. So I wouldn't expect much today, other than maybe some hilarious deaths and a lot of misunderstanding game mechanics. All right, so that noise means somebody. That's so loud. Hold on. That was really loud for me. I don't know if it was loud for you guys. Let's bring this down. I also feel like I'm talking over that. All right, so something is fighting. So our owlbear, wait a minute. An owlbear is fighting, a hunting hippogriff is fighting, and a war dog is fighting. And it'll tell us here what happened. The owlbear snatches the stray hunting hippogriff mare in the left rear hoof. The owlbear. Okay, the owlbear charges at the stray hunting mare. The stray hunt. Okay, it looks like we've had a tussle right here, but I think we're okay. Nobody's dead. I am naming dwarves. I just wanted to get through the setup here. I do have a list of dwarves. Nuri is first on the list. I'm just gonna go down the list here. It's kind of it's not as sleek. We're gonna do Nuri, Mary Minor. Whoops, not Mary Minger. Whoa, Dury Mary Minor. Okay. Donnie did, let's see, I gotta practice using the U button. Donnie did want the Fisher, and since I let Donnie's character in Wormworld die in a hospital, I'm gonna go ahead and give Donnie, the Fisher. Donnie Fisher. I'm gonna try not to let you die this time, Donnie, okay? Let's sort by name here. All right, so we got Donnie, we got Nuri. I'm gonna lead this because I don't trust you guys. Okay, I don't trust you guys at all. Next is gonna be the Mason. That's gonna be, oh, Prayer Stonehammer is gonna be the Mason. I see, there we go. Prayer Stonehammer. Beautiful. Whoops, not you. Let me go down through here. And next is gonna be a Planter. That is gonna be Coyote. Coyote Iron Fist. See, now we're talking. Hold on, guys. I'll check up on chat in one moment. All right, Coyote Iron Fist. Let me just make sure I've got everybody clicked off here. We've got Prayer. We've got Coyote. We've got Donnie. We've got Agent Hubby is going to be up next. Let's see. Stonecrafter. Did it Hubby? Hubby Longrock. Hubby Longrock. Beautiful. Great names, guys. You guys, listen, you're making me so happy this morning. And the last one is going to be Viscera. Viscera Shin Kicker. Got it. All right, so we have all of these folks here. And the other thing I want to do for right now, and I'll change this later, is I'm going to scroll down here. This is important if you guys are new and looking to get into the game. This was extraordinarily helpful for me as soon as I find it. So if you go into the settings and you click on game and you scroll about a third of the way down, you will see a strict population cap right here, including births. What you could do, I like to set this to 10 to start, and you can increase this as the game goes along. And what this will do is it will stop the game from sending you, forcing you to take people. So it still might pop up, and somebody may come to your fortress and say, hey, I really like this place. Can I be a part of it? And you can say yes, and that will allow you to go above the strict population cap. But if you set this to 10, that means I can only receive 3 more dwarves. The game will only send me 3 more dwarves. Right now, because I have 7 currently. And what I like to do is just kind of get established first, and then I'll bump it up to 20, and then I'll bump it up to 30.
Thank you for your follow.
I'm a big fan of like 30 to 50, honestly, because I'm just not good at the game, good enough at the game to be able to handle having, 250 dwarves. And one of the reasons why I got overwhelmed initially when I started playing the game is because it would just send, like, I would just have 50 people in year 2 or 3. I wouldn't have enough bedrooms. Everybody would be angry. I didn't know how to manage the moods. It was just so overwhelming. I felt like I was just being run over. So you guys can come in here and change. This is population cap. 0 to 5,000, a strict population cap. This includes births, baby plus child cap, baby plus child cap percentage of total, visitor cap, all of this. So you guys can change this in here to just suit what you like to do. You've been playing with limited pop colonies too? Yes. Yes, exactly. Like 30, like I've got 10 bedrooms and like 30 people show up. And I'm like, okay, well now I need 50. Let's see. 15K is a lot. Yeah, names. Once we get once I get through the list, if you wanted to be added, I will be happy to add you. We have a lot of people with a lot of points, so if it's too low, then it's just not meaningful. But I'll be happy to get people in once we get through the list. If you are a new viewer, Dwarf Fortress watcher, then I will be happy to try to get you in. Also, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I have an idea. Hold on. All right, we still have more fighting right now. I realize why we're not cutting this. Let's try this. There we go. All right, we have more fighting. Okay, one of the dogs has been found dead. All right, we got to get underground before we die. I also screwed up. I realized why we weren't digging because I didn't dig the top level. So I'm going to be honest with you. There's a couple of things that you want to think about when you dig in here. Number one is your farms. Your farm, you can't plant on stone. So like without using some hijinks, you can't plant on stone. So all of these layers here, and I'll tell you what, we'll cut this. Let's cut this out, and we'll cut all the way down to 5x5, all the way down here. I am using DF hack. The only thing that I really use DF hack for is this. This is the only reason. You guys see that 16 by 15 right there? That is, for whatever reason, not in the game. Like, it's not in the base game to be able to see how large of a building you're making. So I don't know what else DF hack even does. All I want is to be able to see that it's a 15 by 15 or a 20 by 20. That's the only thing that I use it for. Oh my god. We're still... Oh my god. If Donnie gets killed... Donnie Fishjaw, I've been wounded. That's annoying. Okay. Donnie, come on, buddy. Why are you like you are? Ability to grasp, somewhat impaired. Motor nerve damage. Come on, dude. Donnie is a short, sturdy creature fond of drink and industry. He's rarely sick, but he's slow to heal, clumsy and weak, and very flimsy. His left lower arm is cut open. He is broad and fat. His hair is extremely dense. His medium-length beard is arranged in a double braid. His very long sideburns are braided. His very long mustache is neatly combed. His very long hair is neatly combed. His teeth are widely spaced. He has a narrow, recessed chin. His copper eyes are protruding. His nose is broad. He has a low voice. His lips are slightly thick. His nose bridge is somewhat concave. His hair is black. And his skin is pale chestnut. Yep, we're getting underground. We're literally just digging underground right now. So we are currently digging. It's okay. Thank you, bro. We can allow a little bit of backseating today. We can allow a little bit of backseating. Oh my god, we have fighting again. Oh god. Prayer Stonehammer has all. What is everybody dying from? Oh my god. All right, hold on. Let's take a look at prayer real quick. Ability to stand is lost. He's bleeding. Prayer has a great sense of empathy, a natural inclination towards language, and the ability to focus, but he has meager creativity and very little patience. It's dead on. He only rarely tries to assert himself in conversation. He strongly prefers discussions of ideas and abstract concepts over the handling of specific... Jesus Christ, it's basically prayer. He often feels lustful. He easily falls in love or develop positive sentiments. He doesn't often feel envious of others. He finds helping others emotionally rewarding, though he wishes this were not the case as he considers altruism foolish. He often feels discouraged. He's somewhat uncomfortable around those that appear unusual or live differently from him. He tends to think before acting. He tends to share his own experiences and thoughts with others. He repeatedly snaps his fingers when he's trying to remember something. He needs alcohol to get through the working day. He likes working outdoors and grumbles only mildly at inclement weather. God, he's... Oh, man. What a dick. And now he can't walk. All right. Let's... We gotta try to get underground, guys. We're getting the shit kicked out of us here. Okay. We're digging. Listen, I need everybody to stop fighting the wildlife so we can just dig a hole. I'm literally trying to dig a hole right now. All right, is this the thing that's causing all the problems? It's a seriously injured stray hunting hippogriff. She's terrified while in conflict, grouchy when caught in the storm, hopeless after suffering a major injury, and afraid after experiencing trauma. Please, everybody dig. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to try to just get a hole. I'm going to try to get a hole through here. We'll dig one of these out to be our farm, and then in the stone... All right, well, we've got rough-hewn gypsum. Once we get down here, we're going to start building out. Apparently, and I never build the hospital first. Maybe the hospital will be, you know, the centerpiece of our operation here. We'll build a grand hospital. I feel like this is the game is telling us on what to focus. What we really need to do is get all of this stuff hauled over here so it's a little closer. We might have to prioritize the hospital, and we're probably going to have to prioritize food, and we're probably going to have to prioritize maybe getting some walls up. All right, we're dug down in. We're just going to choose -4. This is going to be where we're going to get set up. I'm just going to build sloppy, okay? Oh god, please tell me more people aren't fighting. I don't really know how we want to build this, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to build our meeting hall here, and I'm going to tell you why afterwards. What do we want to do? Let's do maybe a 13 by 13 is our main meeting hall. Is that are we good here? Yeah, 13 by, you know what? Let's make it a little deeper. Let's do, what is that? 13 by 15? 13 by 16. Look. Let's get rid of this, and let's go ahead and knock this out. We're gonna need some stone. We'll do a meeting hall here. Let's round these corners so they're a little sexier. You've been build a guard dog area. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do that. I don't know if I have a chain or not. We're gonna have to look and see if I have a chain. Let's get this built, and then honestly, I really don't know if we put our meeting hall there. I kind of like to keep the meeting hall with all of the temples and things, but I'm not certain we're going to be able to do that. I'm going to get a little aggressive here, and this is probably going to be a terrible idea. Wait, 12 by 15. What was this one? This one was, I've already forgotten, a 13 by 15. Let's get another 13 by 15. Whoops, I think I just clicked that off. Let's grab another, like, 13 by 15 here, and let's go ahead and shave this side's off. We'll get this dug out. Shouldn't really take us that long. And whoops. And honestly, let's just do it like this. This should be the middle here. Let's just start here. And one of these is going to have to be the meeting hall. One is going to be a hospital, I guess. Now, the other thing that we probably should do... you know what? You know what I want to do? I want to do something fun. Let's do a little bit of whimsy today. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to come down here. I don't know if this is how the game works or not. Oh, wait a minute. Shit, I screwed up. I want to go up. Oh, I like big rooms. Hold on, you guys will see what I'm doing in a minute here. I have an idea. I kind of want to go up here. I want to put my planting, like, maybe directly above the meeting hall. We can do our planting up here. Why am I making balls again? That's not balls. What are you talking about? Sorry, guys. I'm going to do my best to pay attention to chat today. Usually... Wait, an owlbear has stolen my mandrake root. I don't think that's cool. And then the other thing that I found that was super helpful, this sounds like common sense, but I promise you that it's not as common sense as you think. If you see anything on the ground and you want to know what it does, just click on it. So this is gypsum. We can make plaster powder, which I think is for hospitals. We can use it to make furniture, and we can use it for building. There are other things, anything that you find, click. So this is rough adventurine. So that is a gem that we will be able to cut. And then this is claystone. We can use this for making furniture and building. So the reason why this gets confusing is because let's say you want to make steel. There's no work order that's just like, hey, go make steel. Like, and then they just go find the steel things. It's not like in RimWorld where you're like, make a simple meal. And then they just go grab the things for a simple meal and come make it. Like, in this, you have to be like, okay, well, if I want copper, I don't just find copper down here. I'm going to find things that get smelted into copper. And now I have to place a work order to smelt the thing that will produce copper. So it's important if you want to know how to use what this stuff is. So if you're like, well, I want to make iron weapons. Okay, well, I need to find a thing that says making iron. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you got to just figure it out. You need a corridor going south from the middle of those rooms. I need a corridor going south from the middle of those rooms. No. We're going to do a nice big room. We're going to do a nice big room. Am I digging out boobies? They're not boobies. No. And now the other thing that I think happens in this game is that if you look at the character sheets, so Hubby Longrock, proficient stonecutter, proficient metalcrafter, adequate herbalist, and dabbling miner. I think as Hubby mines, they will go from like dabbling. I don't know what the hierarchy is, but they'll go from like dabbling to adequate to proficient. You'll see that they'll grow in the skill that you have them doing. So that's going to be important because it's going to take us a while to get this mined out because I really only have one miner right now. But let's say, for example, as Hubby mines more things, he's going to gain more XP in mining, and then he will become better at it, and then he will be a lot faster. And then the other thing that we can see while everybody's digging, unmet need, craft object. So, you know, basically what this is saying is that they want a craft store shop that will allow them to make crafts, and they will make crafts from the stone and from the items that we're finding. Here's a good example right here. So uses make coke from lignite, making furniture and building. If we smelt lignite, if we put in a work order to smelt lignite, it will give us coke, which I think is essentially something that's needed for smelting steel. The rare game where geology is yes. All right, we don't appear to be getting killed by anything right now. Also, we had people that were injured. I forget who it was. I think it was Prayer. And okay, no evaluated wounds. Wait, it was Prayer, right? Like, did Prayer just heal? His right upper arm is dented. His left lower leg is dented. Okay, Prayer, thank you. Thanks for the damaged goods, buddy. All right, so we've got a lot of lignite down here. Crafting shell shit until he dies. Yep, lignite is a type of coal. Well, yeah, it like isn't like doesn't like coke and charcoal basically do the same thing or no? Like, are they synonymous? Right, because like I think that I can just smelt this lignite into coke and we can use that for smelting versus using logs for charcoal. But I don't know the difference between the two, and I've never looked. Oh god, somebody is fighting again. All right, it's a hippogriff stallion and a giant flying squirrel. The stray hippogriff stallion releases the grip of the stray hippogriff stallion's left wing from the giant flying squirrel's first left front toe. Okay, we have a battle going on out here. Awesome, yes, thank you. Hey, Youngian, how are you? Good morning. As long as it's not our people getting injured, that's fine. All right, so the other thing that I'm going to do probably here, because I'm lazy. Actually, you know what? I am going to hold off on... All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to build... Whoops, not like this. I'm going to do a lazy thing real quick for you guys. We'll do something like this. And what do we do here? 3 wide. And then what was this size here? This was a 13 by 15 with the nipple shaved off. So let's grab... Was it a 13 by 15? No. Am I mathing wrong? That is a 13 by 15. 11 by 14. All right, let's do that. What we're going to do is set up some temporary workshops down here. We're going to dig out workshops down below, but right now we need a series of things made kind of urgently. So we're going to go ahead and put those over here. Okay. So it looks like a dog. It looks like a dog, a flying squirrel, and a hippogriff stallion are all fighting. As long as they're fighting amongst themselves and not injuring my people, I'm okay with that. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and hope nobody dies. We have a lot of digging to do here. All right, it looks like it's melting. We're gonna get our first look at this little stream here. This stream is what we're gonna use to make our moat, by the way. I'm gonna try to get the hospital. What I want to do is get a hospital. Well, first we need to get our temporary stuff set up. So we're gonna get a temporary crafting spot in here. That will allow us to make beds. We're gonna get the meeting area set up. We're gonna get some bedrooms set up, and then we're probably going to get things like the mist generator. I like to try to get a mist generator set up early because it's crazy strong for moods. All right, we're getting all that dug out. We're getting this dug out. As soon as we get this dugout down here, we're going to put in our temporary crafting stations. These I'm going to go ahead and make into offices. One is going to be for the bookkeeper, and one is going to be for the manager, and then I can show you guys how the work orders work. Oh, look at this. Winter is almost over. The stream is still frozen. There are a couple of things that I forgot to do out here. So number one, everybody knows in RimWorld that I hate animals. Not in real life, but in game. I'm going to give these animals a nice big pen out here. We're just going to zone them. I'm going to accept. And then if I click this here, I can select the animals to be placed in the zone. I am going to put all of the animals in this zone right here. That would maybe stop them all from fighting. And sometimes I accidentally zip down like that. So number one, I want to set up pen here. What I hate is when my animals are roaming around in my fortress and they die of starvation and then their body goes miasmic and it pisses everybody off. So number one, I'm going to go ahead and put a pen out here. I'm also going to put a garbage dump. I'm just going to drop a garbage dump out here. I don't know where it should go. And the other thing is I found that putting like a pit out here is also good because sometimes they don't throw stuff in the dump. It goes in the pit. I don't really know how that works. The other thing that I'm going to do is find a water source. We come in here. We have a water source. I'm going to set a water source over here. I'm going to accept that. And the other thing that I want to do, and I don't even, hold on. Let's change this water source real quick. I'm going to delete this. The other thing I want to do, which I don't know if I need to do, is I'm going to go into constructions and I'm going to build a bridge over this. And the last time I tried to build on one of these, like some merchants couldn't get to me because the river wasn't frozen. I don't think they could walk across it. I have no idea. So what we're going to do is put a claystone bridge up here. So we're going to drop that there in case merchants come in on the other side or whatever. This should begin unfreezing. I'm also going to give us a water source, which I guess for now is just going to maybe be here. And then I'm also going to give us a fishing place for Donnie. Donnie can come fish over here. I don't think I have to assign anybody. Okay. There we go. So when we look at our zones out here, we have a place for our animals. We have a place to dump dead bodies and dead things. We have a fishing zone. We have a water source. And we also are going to have a bridge so that our people can walk back and forth. I'm not convinced that when this thaws, that people can traverse it like they are right now. Like you see people walking back and forth because we have to get all of our stuff here. And I think once this thaws, like I'm not convinced that they can just walk across this. So I'm going to get a bridge down. We also have more people fighting. We have a hippogriff and a giant... This giant flying squirrel is a fucking menace. I think it's dying, though. Hold on, let's zoom in and see. Oh, man, he doesn't even have wings! He doesn't even have wings. Is this one of ours? Let's check the pets and livestock. I don't think that we have a flying squirrel. Also, I wonder if I can zone these hippogriffs near my hole. Like, I wonder, maybe I just zone these hippogriffs over here and they will just fight off intruders and things like that. We'll figure that out after. Depends on how deep the river is. Okay, so this one, and then here's the other thing. I don't think we can see how deep the river is. So it looks like it's 2 elevations deep. This is elevation 1, this is elevation 0, and there is no elevation -1 river. So I don't know. Also, I'm going to redraw this stockpile because these annoy me. This is where wood was. We can just repaint this stockpile and we can just go like that. And now the stockpile is nice and full. And let's go inside and see how we're looking down here. I've been paused a bit, so we might not have finished it all. Oh my god. This flying squirrel is a menace. It's normal river, so they would have to swim across. Okay. But traders wouldn't be able to come across it, though. Like, they wouldn't... Like, if a trader came in on this map and this wasn't frozen. Like, a trader wouldn't be able to make it across, right? Because I had traders show up the other day, and they never came to my depot, which we definitely need. Let's go ahead and drop our trade depot here for right now. This should be everything but corpses, refuge, and stone. Okay, perfect. Okay, I might just have everybody go kill this squirrel. I can't believe that a squirrel has caused so much ruckus. They need to be able to pat their animals. Okay, thank you. That would be pretty funny if they tried to swim the rag. Yeah, it just gets stuck in there. So honestly, I think my base is going to be like... It's going to be... I wish I could... Oh, hold on. I kind of want to do something like maybe this. With a moat around it. With like a triple thick moat. Put you on the front lines? No, Donnie. You know why? Because you get so salty when your characters die. Okay? If you guys weren't here for it, Donnie's character in RimWorld was like a 4-year-old girl that was sick in the hospital. And I forgot to close a door. And a giant scorpion just roamed into the hospital and killed her. It was dark. What do we got going on down here? This flying squirrel is injured. Oh my god.
Yeah, let's get this bread, everybody.
Derek Jacks, good afternoon. What is happening? Yep, I got a 3 wide down there. So what we're gonna do is we'll do a bridge here, and then the moat, like we'll probably moat maybe like here, like 3 wide all the way around, and we'll do another bridge. Good morning, Derek. If this is this squirrel, like, is there any reason... The Stray Hippogriff Stallion releases the grip from the giant flying squirrel's head. The Stray Hippogriff claws at the giant flying squirrel on the left rear paw with his first toe, left front toe, tearing the muscle and bruising the bone. Okay, I just would like my animals to kill that squirrel. We're 0-1 against squirrels. Yeah, I hope nothing more challenging than a squirrel shows up today. Yeah, we probably dug a little bit too big, but that's fine. That's fine. All right, so for the new folks, I'll show you a couple of things. Again, this is what I know. When we open the workshops tab, you basically have three types of three sub menus of workshops, and then a bunch of different workshops. So, what we really want to do is right now is we want to go into the farming tab, and it opens up over here. So the things that we're going to need immediately are going to be a still to make drinks. So we're going to go ahead and drop... Actually, my still is going to end up over here. So we're going to drop a still. This menu is asking me what we want to make the still out of. So if there is something... If I'm trying to, like, you know, color coordinate things, I'm just going to make it out of claystone because I do not care. So what we're going to do is drop a still here. And then we're also going to drop a fishery. Actually, hold on. Let's do the kitchen next. We're going to do workshops, farming... And we're going to go ahead and drop a kitchen in here. And we'll do that out of claystone because it's pretty worthless. Okay, perfect. Let's get that done. Giant squirrels are the least of my worries in the savage biome. We'll find out. All right, so this is going to give us the opportunity. The still is going to be for brewing drinks. We don't want to run out of drinks. People will get dehydrated and die. And then the food, this is how we're going to make food. We're going to probably reorganize a little bit of this once we get going. Now, temporarily, there's a couple of things that we need. And again, everything that I'm about to build, we're going to end up deconstructing and then moving down a couple of levels for a lot of different reasons, because we're just going to need way more room. So for what we're going to do is we're going to grab a stone worker. I'm just going to put a stone worker here. We'll make it out of clay. I'll explain what that does in a moment. We're going to grab a carpenter. We'll put that here. Again, I'll explain what that does in a moment. And actually, I might actually drop 2 stone workers. Let's drop 2 stone workers. We're going to drop a carpenter. And the only other thing that we're going to need is probably nothing. Let me think. Probably nothing really. We'll drop those. And what we're going to do, once these get built, I'm going to queue up a couple, like, emergency things, and then we're going to automate. Am I going to get mauled while fishing? Yes, Donnie. There is a 100% chance that you are going to die while you're fishing. I'm so sorry. But listen, you volunteered for it. I didn't force you. I didn't force you to be the dwarf fisher person. All right, we struck some smoky quartz. So you can see here we got some gems. We've got some rough pink jade. And I'll show you guys what we can do with those gems later. You can do some pretty cool things. We have got some saltpeter in here. We've got some rough blue jades. We've got some smoky quartz. We've got some rough pink jades. So we're almost dug out down here. All right, so now a couple of things. There's two ways that you guys can queue up things for automation. Well, I think there's a couple of different ways, but I'm going to show you the annoying early game way and then maybe the later game way. And there's still some things about work orders that are an absolute mystery to me, and maybe we can work those out. So what we're going to do right now, because I cannot automate any work orders, a manager is required to coordinate work orders. For me to have a manager, I need a very specific thing. I need to promote a manager. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a manager. They're going to be the person that is going to oversee all of the automation in the crafting in the building. So we're going to promote a manager. Now, when you're looking to fill a role, you will actually see over here, it will tell you. And this is, there is a similar mechanic for pretty much anything in the game. So let's say we're building a squad of people for the military. There will be a similar screen, and it will tell you whether somebody is an axe dwarf or a spear dwarf or whatever it is. And then you can choose people that have skills. So you can see I am the only adequate organizer. And since I'm going to be a manager, that's going to be an important skill. Nobody else is going to be good at being a manager like I am. Okay? So what we're going to do is select me. Once we select me, you will see that this is red. This is red here. And what this means is that we actually can't automate. Like, I can't do my job until I have a study. And you can see up in the upper left-hand corner, it says no study in orange. And then next to it, it says needs meager study. I cannot work my job until I have a study. So what we're going to do is create a study. That's what this room here is going to be for. I'm going to put a door on this, but it requires a couple of things. So the first thing I'm going to do is come into the stone worker, and I'm going to make a rock door. I need a door. I need a rock throne, which is a dwarf fortress chair, and I need a rock table. So we're going to go ahead and get those go ahead and started. This is a one-time order. I can click this if I want to make these indefinitely. I can increase the priority. I can set the highest priority. I can pause. I can look at the details. But for right now, I'm telling this one, and I'm assigning this to a specific workshop. So I'm telling this one workshop, hey, make me a door, make me a throne, make me a table. Once that's done, don't do anything else. And I'll show you why that's an important distinction here pretty soon. Hey, Mr. Chase. Mr. Chase, local fisher dwarf believed to have lived with the squirrel. I don't think he's going to live with this. I think that squirrel is going to swallow. I think that giant flying squirrel is going to dislocate his jaw like a boa constrictor and swallow Donnie Fish whole is probably what's going to happen. The other thing that we're going to do, and again, this will probably change a little bit. I'm going to go into the farming tab, and in the farming tab, we have a farm plot. I don't really know how big my farm plot is supposed to be for plump helmets, but I'm going to make a farm plot that is kind of like this. Now, I painted that farm plot on there. This is going to be plump helmets only, and somebody is going to come construct this. If we click this, it'll say construction is inactive, waiting for construction. Somebody will come build this, and I will show you guys how to plant. Let's come up, take a look down here. The other thing we're going to do, and if I'm going too fast, and for the seasoned Dwarf Fortress folks, I'm probably saying some things wrong. That's okay. And it might be really basic, but I have a lot of people in my chat who are like me. They've played a billion hours of games like RimWorld, but have never dived into Dwarf Fortress. So I'm kind of explaining all of this very simply to the folks who are like, nah, it's been in my Steam library forever, and I've tried it, but I didn't get it, and it just didn't make sense. I'm just trying to help those folks make sense of it. So if I'm over-explaining things, that's probably why. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a meeting area. The meeting area is, it allows you to draw a zone where dwarves will go if they really have kind of nothing going on or they want to socialize. And there's a lot of different types of meeting areas. And this is something that I find really fascinating about this game. And I'm going to show you what I love. And you guys know that I love like nuances of characters in RimWorld and relationships between them and things like that. So I want to show you some really cool things that I'm passionate about. Thank you, Chiasm. So we're going to assign a meeting area, and what we're going to do is we're going to make this as a tavern. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this meeting area basically on here. You'll see the meeting area here. It's going to tell me what the meeting area is. I can redraw it. There's a bunch of options up here, but I'm going to click accept. This is where things get super cool, in my opinion. Once you have your meeting area drawn, we need to assign it as a tavern. You can see this little plus here. Add a new or existing location to this zone. Locations are groups of zones and rooms with a larger purpose, like a tavern, a temple, a library, or a craft guild hall. So if we click this, you will see that we have all of these options. When we make our hospital, when we make our library, when we start making guild halls, when we start making temples, this is where we will come to assign them as such. So the thing that I love, Chimbers, how are you? Here's what I love. And this is one of my favorite things about starting a new fortress, which I do a lot because my fortresses always just collapse very early. I want to show you guys, we're going to make an inner tavern, but I want to show you the temple. We're going to click on this new temple. And this will tell you basically what deities your dwarves want to pray to. So we can see the deities that are available in here. Now, here's a question I have that I haven't got an answer to yet. Why is this one yellow, but the others are blue? I've never understood. I've never Googled it, but this one is yellow. There's 3 worshipers. I see that there's 2 underneath where it says 3 worshipers. There's 2 names in a light blue. Oh, yellow is organized. Does that mean that I should prioritize that? Oh, and may have priests, so I probably should prioritize that despite them not having the most numbers of worshipers, right? Oh, well, it's an organized religion, and blue are general. Okay, perfect. So the other ones do see that that was my question, Gray. That never made sense to me was, like, sometimes, like in my last fortress, I had a blue one like this that was like 17 worshipers, but it was blue like this, and I had like 3 of these yellows that had 1 worshiper apiece, and I was like, well, it can't be based on number of worshipers, but okay, so it is organized. All right. So these are all of the different basically religions or deities that people want to worship. So if we look at this list, you have no idea how it decide. Okay, fair. Well, I'm gonna try to learn this time. So if you look, you'll see and the other thing is, does it have any gameplay impact? So for example, if I build a temple for somebody with wealth and trade, like there's no innate bonus that I get to wealth or trade, right? Like I don't get more traders, I don't get improved trade prices, like I don't get, more frequent trade, anything like that. Is this just like purely kind of fantasy roleplay? Yeah, so established means whether I have one or not. So if I want to make sure that I don't duplicate temples, then I would click this. So like if I made this to Dwarven Marketax, the next time I come in, if hide established is on, then we wouldn't see Dwarven Marketax. The hide established means that I already have one in the fortress, yeah. You don't think it has any gameplay impact? Okay. Yep, this is the temple display here. Yep. All right, so this is kind of cool. So when you look at it, we have 4 people worshiping Dwarven Marketax, wealth and trade. We have no worshipers of the mountains. We have no worshipers for Doomed. We have no worshipers of the death and war deity, Arist the Stormy. We have no worshipers of Yusuf Truffcottons, but it looks like we do have an established religion here, which is 3 worshipers for wealth and trade. So this is kind of cool. And what's going to happen is as our fortress grows, more people will be funneled in to some of these different religions and deities, and some of them might move around. You'll see like the number of them will grow. I don't know really how amorphous it is, or and some people might pray to more than one of these. So we're going to probably need like a bunch of different temples, and then I'll show you how to build the temples out, because there's some specific things, kind of like in RimWorld, ideologians, where you need certain things. Like in your temples, you need to hit certain wealth triggers, and we'll work on that a little later. The other thing is that we can build a guild hall, and these are all of the guild halls. And this will tell you how many people we have in each of these guild halls. Most of them, I mean, we only have 7 pop right now, so we probably are not going to have that many. We have now, if we get a large enough fortress, it's my understanding that if we get, I don't know, 10 or 15, they're going to come to us and be like, you need to build us a thing, and then we have to agree to do it, etc., etc. The library will build, the hospital will build, we'll probably have a bunch of temples, we'll have a handful of guild halls, but right now we're interested in putting up an inn and tavern. Sorry if I'm not following chat very well. You might be able to overlap temples with deities that worship the same thing. All right. Most stores will be okay with just a generic temple. Yeah, we'll probably do one generic and then a handful of others. Sorry, several gnomes. I don't mean to make you fall back into the DF addiction. Don't worry. Don't worry. Once you see how I have a very unique, I'm a very lazy gamer and streamer, and it always catches up with me. So once you see the collapse of my colony, you'll be like, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. So we're going to click this inn and tavern. And then once we click it, we'll be able to take a look. It's we can change the name of it. It's the Belly of Pix. Once we come in here, it's gonna tell us in here the number of goblets. We're gonna have to make some goblets so that we can serve beer, and the number of instruments. The goblets is kind of what the tavern keeper is gonna be using. I've read that the performers can also serve alcohol, but we'll see. So we're gonna go in here to the tavern keeper, and you guys will see, as I told you before, it will tell you it looks like Kill is an adequate negotiator, but I'm already the manager, and I'm already the expedition leader. Like, somebody is going to have to pick up some slack. So I'm going to take the next person on the list. Nuri Merryminer is a novice judge of intent and a dabbling persuader. So we're going to put Nuri here as the tavern keeper, and we're going to come down here to performer, and we're going to find somebody that can dance. We have Viscera, we have Hubby, we have Donnie, and we have Prayer. Now, the problem here is Viscera is my woodcutter, Hubby is gathering my plants, Donnie is my fisher person, Prayer, we're gonna just have to fix the we're probably just gonna take Viscera is gonna be my performer. So I would like you to go ahead and put on something scantily clad and come dance. All right, so we need a couple of other things in here. We're gonna have to make some goblets, and we're gonna need to get some instruments. I've never actually made my own instruments. I have a mod on called Instruments Expanded, so we'll probably explore some of that today. So there we go. So Nuri is going to be our tavern keeper, and Viscera is going to be our performer. But don't worry, once we start doing temples, they're going to require performers as well. So you guys will all be able to get your belly shirts on and come shake your money maker. All right. So what we want to do, I've been paused this whole time. I'm so sorry. Nothing has been going on. We're still making our farm plot, and nobody has come to make the door, the throne, or the table just yet. Let's take a look topside and see what we're doing here. I want to keep a good look at the amount of drink and food we have and the amount of plants we have to make sure that we do not starve. All my shit is still laying over here. It's all going to get stolen, but dragonfly remains. What's going on over here? We've got a bunch of flying squirrel. I think the flying squirrel has been dealt with, guys. I think we're in good shape. The collapse is where the fun begins. You know, so I do have a thread in the Discord where I've kind of been chronicling very superficially some of the things that have happened in my off-stream playthroughs. And my favorite one was I didn't know how to manage the moods of my military. I think I've gotten a little better with it. And I had two of my military members kick over a statue, and they got cursed. One became a vampire, and one became a weregoat. And the vampire began draining people, and the weregoat killed like 5 people in my inn before we killed the weregoat. And then as we finally killed the weregoat, like a bunch of wild boars just like came down the stairs and killed everybody else in the inn. It was unfortunate. So we're going to put some doors on here. We have a claystone door, and we're going to come into furniture. We're going to choose a table. We're going to use closest material. We'll put this in here, and then we'll go ahead and give us a chair. So what we need for this to be able to work here is for our office. We're going to click office. We're going to come in here. We're going to hit accept. Now, remember, we had one person that needed an office for the manager to be able to work, and that is going to be Killadrix Dragonfist, Expedition Leader, and Manager Extraordinaire. So when we click the Zone tab and we come in here, you'll see a little plus by a dwarf symbol. We can click that, and then what we're going to do is assign me to this. So I have an office now. And what that means, you'll see that this is now green. I don't have any other requirements for this particular role, but I am green, and this means that I can now perform my job. This is where I fuck everything up with my terrible work orders. So what we can do now is automate things. When we came in this screen last, it said down here that we cannot set work orders until we have a manager. We now have a manager, and I'll show you guys how to butcher your work orders. So I'm talking so much, I need to take a little sip of my drink here. So there's a lot about work orders that I still don't understand. I've screwed up the work orders on my last 2 colonies, and I've ended up with 300 clay statues, which inflated my wealth to a point that I got wiped out by invaders. It was not great. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't show you guys. If we go up here, if we mouse this over, it says created wealth. We need a broker. We need a bookkeeper. And we can actually go ahead and assign a broker right now. And I'm going to have that be... Nuri is the tavern keeper. I might give it to... Yeah, I'm going to give it to Nuri. Nuri can be the tavern keeper and the broker. So we now have a broker, and they don't require anything. So our broker will be able to do their job without any other help. The other thing we're going to do... I'm actually just going to come in here. I'm going to do... I'm going to do one more rock door. I'm going to do one more rock... actually... yeah, we'll just do one more rock throne. And then we're going to do one more... rock table. We'll get those done, and then I'm going to set up some automated orders. The only job the broker does is trade when the caravan is present. Yep. And now you'll see that we have a broker. We have some estimates up here of what our created wealth is. I think this is very similar to RimWorld. My understanding is that as our wealth goes up, you can see that we're basically an outpost right now. As our wealth goes up, it's going to change from an outpost to a hamlet, from a hamlet to something, I think all the way up to a capital. And I think that the more wealth that we have, the more attention that we're going to attract, and the more deadly the game is going to become. Like, the more dangerous and, you know, larger foes. Like, we'll probably see, like, raids of, you know, rat folk and thing that we could probably kill pretty easily, but eventually we're going to start getting sieges where it's like 20 rat folk are showing up. We're going to have to fight them. So we're going to go ahead and... Hey, Lucifer, hi, good morning. Wait a minute, did I see glut? It's going to send not 2 squirrels. I can't handle 2 squirrels. Let's get these built real quick, and we can see that Nuri Merrymaker... is crafting these right now. We can actually kind of watch it happen in real time. You can see the door just came down here. The rock throne is going to be up next. This check mark means that the task has been assigned, and Nuri is going to be working on this. Thank you for avoiding the spoilers, Chiasm. Thank you. There we go. And then the rock table is coming up. So we should now have a door. Here we go. So we have a door. What are we waiting on? The rock table. And we have a chair. We're going to go ahead and just mirror this other side here. And I'm going to wait. Okay. Let's take a look at this while we're waiting on that. So this is our planting. So there's a couple of things. I've never actually used potash to fertilize. I don't even know how to make it. I tried it the other day. I couldn't figure it out. But this is everything that we can plant underground. So if we go to stocks and we go to seeds, we can see all of the stuff that we currently have seeds for. We have pigtails, dimple cups, we have cave reeds, we have plump helmets, cave weed. We got a little bit of everything. The only thing that I'm probably going to plant right now is going to be some plump helmets. And I'm going to plant them year-round in here. This is going to be my main brewery right here. So I'm going to scroll down. So I'm going to set this for spring, plump helmets, summer now, for plump helmets, autumn, for plump helmets, and winter for plump helmets. And then somebody will come plant all of our plump helmets in there. You clearly need pot and ash to make them together. I hadn't considered that, but now that you say it, it just makes so much sense. And we're gonna put this table. Okay. Did somebody? We must be hauling the table, maybe. I swear to God, we just made a table, guys. Let's give it a second. Okay, I might be losing my mind. Let's make a rock table. Okay, so as you can see, we started planting our plump helmets. And because I have OCD, we're going to double check one more time under labor, kitchen, And I want to make sure that plump helmets, we don't even have any plump helmets yet, but we're going to have to make sure that we're not cooking with those. All right, somebody please come make my table. All right, so see, we have a problem here. We have a lot of folks here that are just standing around doing nothing, so we're going to give them something to do in a minute. What I'm going to do is come into labor and probably assign a few more people to stone cutting. And we're going to come into tasks. So what we're going to do is start setting work orders. So the first work order that I like to set is one for meals. I'm going to be honest with you. People are going to disagree with me, but I've really never had any issue just setting us for lavish meals. Also, this doesn't make any sense to me. I typically set us to unrotten prepared meals less than 10, but we can change that 10 and we can change that 10 and make it 100. So what I think I'm telling the game do is to check and see if we have less than 100 unrotten prepared meals, and if so, they should make 10 lavish meals, but I don't actually think that's how it works. But we're gonna set that for that. Next thing we're gonna do is back out of there, and we're gonna set a bill for drinks. We're gonna brew drink from plant. We're gonna do of amount of drinks is less than 10. We're gonna set this for 100. And we're going to do one more drink bill, which is going to be from plants. So we're going to have one lavish meal, which should give us like good mood buffs, which we're probably going to need. We're going to be brewing drinks from plants and brewing drinks from fruit. I'm also going to click on this. Amount of drinks is less than 10. There we go. This should be a decent set. I think you got it right. Didn't see the order in detail. Well, the reason why I don't think that I have it right is because I always end up with like 1,000 food and 500 drinks, despite me wanting to keep it around 100. I think what might be happening is like we get maybe like, I don't even know. I try to guess at what some of the problems with the bills is, because I think what happens sometimes is you set a bill for 10 and it's like, okay, if you don't have 10, make 10. But what happens is you have a stockpile of like 9 beds and somebody grabs one bed and they go bring that bed to a bedroom, and then the bill gets checked and it's like, well, we don't have 10 beds, we only have 9, make 10 more beds. I think that's how I end up with like 50 beds and 50 cabinets and 50 bookcases. So I'm trying to curb that back a little bit so it's not so wasteful. So we have meals. So this is going to make sure that we have food and we have drink. The next thing that I want to do is we're gonna do some rock tables. We're gonna make 10 rock tables. That should default to making just 10. This is not a repeating request. This is just a make 10 and then do nothing. I'm gonna do 10 rock thrones. And thrones are chairs. So we're going to make tables and we're going to make chairs. And this is primarily going to be for the general meeting area, the tavern. So everybody has a place to sit when they eat and drink. The next thing that we're going to do, because we're going to be making bedrooms and we're going to be making a hospital, is I'm going to make 10 beds. I am going to make some rock mugs. We're going to kind of go ham right now. We're going to make 10 rock mugs. We're going to need those for the tavern. We're going to make some wooden bins. Wooden bins are things that we use to store stuff with, like finished goods. We're going to do wooden bins. We are going to do wooden barrels. So wooden bins, you put like crafted items in. Wooden barrels are typically for like food and water. And these two we're actually going to change because I want this to kind of be a standing order. I never want to run out of bins. And I never want to run out of barrels. So the amount of empty barrels is less than 10. So right now we're looking at a couple of repeating. So these are going to be repeating. These are going to be repeating. Always have at least 10 bins. Always have at least 10 barrels. Because if we run out, then people just start laying stuff all over the place in stockpiles, and it makes me crazy. This is make 10 tables and stop, make 10 chairs and stop, make 10 beds and stop, make 10 rock mugs and stop. And then the other thing that I like to have is, since we're going ham here, we're going to make some wheelbarrows. So let's go ahead and we're just going to make 10 wheelbarrows. So that's going to give us something to transport a lot of our rocks and our stones with and things like that. So this is kind of what I typically set as a very initial kind of start. And the problem with what's happening here is that I'm going to be making those items right now on elevation -3, and we're going to be storing them on elevation 1. And that's going to kind of be like that until I start to cut out our crafting area. it's going to suck for a little bit. It's probably not efficient. There's probably a better way to do it. It's probably more time consuming, and I'm lazy. So we're just going to have a lazy stockpile up here, and then we'll end up moving stuff downstairs as we get the crafting places set up. All right, so everybody should be kind of doing some work now. As you can see here, if we click these. Now, the other cool thing about setting these work orders like this is that these can go to any shop. So if you have 6 stoneworking shops, right, then if you have 6 dwarves available to do stoneworking, then they will go make that rock mug. I could say I want this specific stoneworking shop to do these specific orders if I wanted, but right now I'm just like, I don't give a shit what shop you use, just use a shop and make these things. Min-maxing is boring. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we are just gonna wait. I have some animals in here, and those animals should be in the pen. I don't know. Okay, well, those animals do not give a shit about my pen. Look at this, Donnie. Look at all these fish, man. What is Donnie doing? And why are there so many fish? Just this sounds confusing and no. Sorry if I make it sound too complicated. I'm kind of talking fast because I don't know how many people are at home taking notes. All right, so let's let this ride for a minute. Let's try to get this stuff made up the best we can. We have our bridge, so people can walk back and forth across that. We have a decent amount of wood for the stuff that we need to make. You can start to see... you know what? I don't know if I took stone out of here, but I want to... Okay, good. Gray Mulkin, you should definitely be taking notes. So our drink is a little low. I'm going to give us another kind of drag and farm some plants here. Hey, Raimala. No idea what's going on, but you're here for it, and I appreciate that. Did we ever assign... We did not. We're going to assign the bookkeeper right now, and our bookkeeper is going to be Coyote. They are a proficient record keeper. So you can see here that they are going to need an office, which we created, and then you'll also see that you can set the accuracy of their counts. It looks like 5 is the most precise. Stock amounts, all counts are accurate. Your bookkeeper needs to work in an office to improve precision. So I like to keep it there. And then what we're going to do is come in here. We're going to make a second office, and we're going to assign this to Coyote. We're going to click this, and Coyote is our bookkeeper. And now when we go back into the Nobles and Administrator screen, you will see that Coyote, as a bookkeeper, now has their office. And the other thing you'll notice is that all of these numbers will begin to not be round numbers, because Coyote is going to be doing their job and telling us precisely how many of everything they have. Bob Crowell, how are you? Dwarf Lord's work orders are very powerful. You need to know at least the basics to set it up. Yeah, I screwed it up the other day and ended up with like 300 or 400 statues, and it was terrible. I want to see how many tables we have, so let's come in here. So we have like 5 tables.
Let's get this bread,
Holy
everybody.
shit, Bob Crowell, thank you. Also,
let's get this bread, everybody.
I kind of want to do a thing, but hold up. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Now we have to listen to Sonic Cat.
Yeah, let's get this bread, everybody.
Thank you. Oh, you know what we didn't set a bill for? While we're getting this bread, thank you for the 10 gifted. We got to make rock coffers.
Yeah, let's get this bread, everybody.
You've been waiting for DF? Well, I hope I don't disappoint you. Looks like we are getting our...
Yeah, let's get this bread, everybody.
Looks like we're getting everything done. And we're getting this bread. Somebody is unhappy. Who the fuck do I need to fire? Donnie?
Yeah, let's get this bread, everybody.
Donnie was annoyed after having to drink without using a goblet. We're fixing that. Annoyed after suffering a minor injury. Annoyed at the lack of a dining table.
Let's get this bread, everybody.
Thank you. We're definitely getting this bread right now. Everybody's getting bread. All right, so this is going to help.
Yeah, let's get this bread, everybody.
8 without table -3. That's exactly what it was. Donnie is...
Yeah, let's get this bread, everybody.
Why is Viscera angry? Is so excited to remember... Okay, annoyed after suffering a minor injury. Okay, it was that squirrel.
Let's get this bread, everybody.
Thank you, Donnie, for the 5 gifted. All right, so you can see up here now our counts are accurate. 65 food, 82 drink. They're no longer round numbers and approximations. We don't have any meat. I don't have any fish, Donnie. Donnie, you got one job. You had one job. That you signed up for this. You signed up for this. You have a fishing spot here, my dude. And you are assigned to fishing. Do I have to put a second fisher person on? I would hate to have to do this. You're the tavern keeper. Look, Donnie needs... Oh, that's the bookkeeper. Visser is a performer. Hubby, come on. Donnie needs a little help. Donnie needs a little help. Let's look at me. Let's see how they did with me on personality. I have a deep well of patience, a great feel for the surrounding space, a very good sense of empathy, the ability to focus in a good kinesthetic sense. But he has an iffy memory, poor creativity, and literal natural inclination towards music. I'm prone to strong feelings of jealousy. I'm very slow to anger, but I'm a friendly individual. He likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract. He has a greedy streak. He does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive sentiments. He is quite comfortable with others that have a different appearance or culture. I rarely feel discouraged. I'm not particularly curious about the world. I generally act with a narrow focus on a current activity. He is currently more rude. He is currently more fearless. He is currently more confident. He is currently more shameless, less private, and more thoughtless. He holds his breath when he's nervous. He needs alcohol to get through the working day. He likes working outdoors and grumbles only mildly at inclement weather. Oh, do we need the fishery? Okay, hold on. I did forget the fishery. No, yeah, I did. That's my fault. Thank you. Let's drop a fishery. We'll just give you a fishery over here. I don't know right now if we need a butcher, but we'll drop a butcher in here. And we will drop a tanner. Let's just drop all of these in case I forget later. All right, fine, Donnie. Maybe this isn't your fault. Maybe this is my fault after all. Okay. So we've got our meeting place set up. It looks like we have an initial growing spot. These are going to move. We're going to do all of our underground growing in here in a little bit once we get that set up. But who wants to build? Yeah, I probably do have a bunch of raw fish. He probably just left them on the fucking, like, the river bank. Oh, shit. Okay, we're gonna have to move the meeting area. All right, that's fine. It's fine. Let's build the mist generator. Are you guys ready to watch me try to build a mist generator for memory? This is what we're gonna do. This sucks. It's gonna be off center a little bit. Hold on. I'm gonna try to do this for memory. All right. I want to put a mist generator right in here. It's gonna require. Whoops. It's gonna. No. Don't do that. Holy shit. Don't do that. Hold up. Don't tell me how to do it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me, chat. Either we get it right or we don't. Hold on. Get rid of that. Okay. I want the mist generator basically. Here we go. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Then we're gonna dig this. We're gonna dig this out. And let's do one more row. Let's do one more row around here. And then we're probably going to need a cutout to get into here. Okay, let's build that. Now, I'm going to try to do this from memory. Okay, for me to build the mist generator, I am going to need wooden pipe section. Are you guys ready for some Dwarven engineering? I need wooden pipe section. I need wooden corkscrew. I need enormous wooden corkscrews. I need rock blocks. Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me. We're going to go to workshops. I need one of these. Because I need mechanisms. Why am I have no idea, Donnie. I think it might be like visitor. I think, yeah. Donnie was blaming not having a fishery, but we'll find out. All right. Oh, you know what else we need? Hold on. And I need rock statues. Okay, I need pipe sections, corkscrews, blocks. I need statues, and I need mechanisms. And I think I can do this, guys. Is Donnie getting us any fish? I still have 0 fish. All right. He appears to be fishing, but we have yet to see any fish be produced yet. What is this? Okay, we don't need that. I need these to get built. Yeah, you're just catching fish and slapping them on the ground up here. Are they all getting eaten? I don't think so. He's eating them raw off the line like Gollum. Donnie's just hunched over on the beach like Gollum. Just snacking on raw fish. I definitely need... I would love to have somebody come build this stuff down here. There we go. Looks like we are getting it built. If we come in here... Yeah, we're not showing any... Listen, Donnie, until I see a number right here, I don't believe you're doing anything. This is like a classic Donnie is like waiting. He's shitting on the clock. Not like shitting on a clock. Like he's at work on the clock, like punched in. Just taking a shit. All right, we got a couple more people that have just joined us. Hopefully they're useful. And let's see who is next in line on the names real quick. Let's sort here. All right, we have a woodworker. Oh, and 2 weaponsmiths. So you have a woodworker. Next on the list is going to be Einrig Doomhammer. Einrig Doomhammer. We are going to have Ferdy Olive Pits. Okay, Ferdy. Ferdy Von Olive Pit. Okay. And last but not least, our next weaponsmith is going to be Jungian Mountainthorn. Jungian Mountainthorn. Is that with an E or not with an E? It is with an E. All right, we got 3 more folks. All right. It's midsummer, Donnie. It's going to be winter soon, my guy. You got to get those fish. Okay. So, the fishery has been built. Let's see if Donnie is right or not. I need this mechanic shop to be built. All right. Now, I need mechanisms. Let's make rock mechanisms. All right. Everything should be being built that we need. I'm going to give it a few minutes for us to get all of that built. In some of these shops, they should just do the thing by themselves, like the fishery. Okay, somebody is cutting up fish, guys. Okay, so apparently it doesn't count as fish until it gets put into the fishery. We might have to cut Donnie a little slack here. However, our drink situation is not exactly as bueno as I would like. Let's give the new people some stuff to do. Oh, plant gatherers. Weaponsmiths, go forth and gather plants. There we go. And we're out of seeds here. Okay. We need to start getting bedrooms done. Okay, so what happens here? This is kind of a weird thing that happens. How Dwarf Fortress displays things. These blue holes, if you see when I mouse them over, they're open spaces. So this is actually a hole to this level here, which we're going to use for our generator, for our mist generator. And I'll show you guys why that's going to be important. But in the meantime, we need to find a place for bedrooms. I've read that people don't want bedrooms near busy areas. So what we're going to do... I'm gonna make a nice big hallway, and I'm gonna try my best not to like. We're gonna sloppy build. We're just gonna sloppy build. I'm gonna do a series of. Well, it's not gonna be super sloppy. It's just gonna be kind of sloppy. We should have started at the bottom, worked our way up. Hold on. Let's do this. We're gonna use this space for other stuff. What I want to do is draw something that's not measured, so that we I don't fall into the habit of everything just being min-maxed. It's not gonna be super measured. Let's bring this up here. And what we're going to do, we'll do a series of 3x3s. Actually, if we're going to do like a small pop, we could probably go a little bigger. You know what? It doesn't matter. 3x3 should be fine. We should be able to slap... We're going to slap a bunch of bedrooms in here. We have 10 people, and that's going to give us basically 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, with a little room for expansion there. I'm going to give us a doorway. Hey, Ham, how are you? Welcome. I appreciate you guys coming here. I know that Dwarf Fortress, like, you guys probably thought we were going to be playing some RimWorld today, and I apologize that I just needed a mental health break from RimWorld. Sometimes you need a break, and my choice was kind of like, take the day off and not stream at all, or just kind of work on what I've been really passionate about lately, which is learning some Dwarf Fortress. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be doing all of this anyway. I might as well just do it live. 3x3 is luxurious. They'll be happy. Okay, beautiful. Let's go ahead and get this cut out. And let's check. We should have beds built. If we come up here, we'll probably just see beds line. We did make a bed thing, right? We did make beds. Okay. Our drink situation is not exact. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're popping off some drinks right now. All right, we've got the fish going. We're very low on plants. You know what we probably could use? I don't want to go crazy down here, but I'm going to add another carpenter because we're building a crazy amount of shit right now. Dwarf Fortress is a nice game to watch. Good. I hope so. Well, I hope people are going to enjoy it. But you know what? Also, like, Mortal Smurf is streaming his Wikiathon this afternoon. So, I asked him today in stream, and he said he was going to be going late. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. The folks that love RimWorld, that'll give them an opportunity not to have to, because I know we have a lot of overlap in community. So I was like, you know what? I'll stream Dwarf Fortress. A lot of folks probably don't want to watch it. They can watch, Mortal play Smurf. Sorry, they can watch Mortal play RimWorld and do the Wikiathon. So... All right, let's see if we have these statues made. I need these statues. This is going to be an integral part of this for some reason. I don't know. All Blind said in the video was make sure that you have statues. So I'll put statues there. What we're going to end up doing, guys, is put a series of contraptions here that is going to squirt water amongst them, and it's going to spray down here. Dwarves apparently love waterfalls, and this is like one of the best mood management tricks I've found in the game, is to get a mist generator. As you can see, we already have... Hold on. It's amazing how this game used to be black and white symbols and nothing else. I know. I still can't figure out what is happening in an ASCII version of Dwarf Fortress. I get kill on main and mortal on the side... Nice, Dottie. Thank you. No. I think I love what he's doing with the wiki, and I 1000% support it. We're down to one drink. What do we think is happening right now with, like, I don't ever recall being this poor on our drinks. Let's go into labors. Let's go into kitchen. I don't know. Can we... There's nothing else that I can brew. I have 5 Dwarven wine right now. We're like dangerously low. I do have a water source set, right? This is our water source. I'll name a water source. We are picking plants here. We should be able to get a... You didn't even want to... Yeah, it's like once you figure it out, like once you, like I watched the video. Once I saw the video, it took me a couple of times of watching the video, but I think I'm going to get it. As long as we don't die of dehydration first. We're going to do a moat. If you guys want to learn how to do the... if you guys want to learn how to do a mist generator, I can explain it really easily. Like once you understand it, it's pretty easy to figure out. And we'll do the moat as well. I don't know what you mean by aqueduct, but like I've done one moat, so we'll do a moat as well. Could they be using the drinks to make food? I don't think so. But we're out of drinks, and, well, everybody, this is where we die. Let's, tell you what, I'm going to go into emergency plant gathering mode right now in hopes that we can, we have mugs. I've literally never run out of drinks before, so I don't know what I've done differently this time. They will use drinks to make meals. Okay. I've never actually run out of drinks before. Let's go into the kitchen tab. This item was allowed to be cooked. So the only... See, I don't have any drinks, so I can't even see. Not relevant to brewing. Not relevant to brewing. I mean, we could maybe take some of this off. We don't even really have this... This is... I think this is all, like, above ground stuff anyway. This one is not set to cooking anyway. Let's toggle those off for a minute. Let's find out. Let's see what happens here. I have no idea. We are in, do I have buckets? Like, what do I need to, if we have to drink water? I do have 3 buckets. I don't know. We're gonna find out, guys. I'm in like giga plant gathering mode right now. I could add a couple of more people. Here, everybody go gather plants before we die. They'll be okay. Yeah, but they're going to get unhappy. Somebody's going to kick over a statue, and then somebody's going to be a weregoat. And that's all going to be because I was lazy. All right, we do have 4 statues. So what we're going to do with these statues, and I hate this. I have to figure out a... Hold on. We'll do it next time after we wipe here. Competent mace dwarf. Okay. So what we're going to do with these statues, this is going to be part of our mist generator. So we're going to go into furniture. We're going to grab these statues. I like to zoom in. We're going to drop a statue directly below each of these 4 holes. So we're going to go ahead and drop a statue under here. And the reason why I hate it is because you can see how it's off center. What I might do is build a wall. If I build one wall up here, it won't be off center. A plant gathering area. Okay. I've always seen this, but I've always, like, again, usually we just plant a bunch of stuff and then we're okay. There we go. We got 10 drinks. We're not going to die. Yeah, so basically, I was saying in one of my last colonies, someone got cursed and turned into a weregoat. And hold on. This was the end of my last colony. These wild boars. So basically what ended up happening in this colony, you can see here, this is everybody died because, hold on if I can find it. One of my people turned into a weregoat and killed all of these people. And then the weregoats, then we killed the weregoat, and then these boars and these things came in and killed everybody in my colony. And that was the end of it. And part of the reason why is because I didn't give my military enough breaks. It was my military people. So I trained them to be killers, and then they went mad and started killing everybody. There should be an order to collect plants. Okay, cool. I'm going to have to look for that. So what we're going to do here with the mist generator is it's going to squirt water down this hole, kind of in perpetuity. And dwarves love it. And you want it in a high traffic area. And the reason why I'm going to have to move this from here is because we have to do a setup here. And if I wanted to squirt it here, then I would have to move this, which maybe wouldn't have been a terrible idea. But we'll move the meeting area right here, and we're going to basically squirt water here. I like to have it at the front. That way when people walk in, we'll put tables back here. People walk in, they're going to get squirted on through the ceiling. Okay, we're up to 70 drinks. We probably can go ahead and pump the brakes on gathering a little bit. We have our gathering area up there. Ferdy is not actually doing anything. Let's see if we make sure we have our best people doing things. We can probably get a couple of there. We can probably get a couple of hunters. We probably can use a couple of planters. We have 2 fisher dwarves, 4 people collecting, stone cutting. We're not engraving just yet. Let's grab a couple of haulers, and I don't think we need orderlies just yet, but we'll toss those on as well. Nice little golden shower. Hell yeah. All right, we're actually pretty close to being able to finish it. I got to make sure that we have mechanisms. Okay, we do have mechanisms. Okay, this part I'm going to do from memory. I hope I don't screw this up. We're going to go into machines and fluids, and we're going to build a series of screw pumps. And the trick to these screw pumps is that they all have to be facing the right way. The first one is going to be default. The head of the screw pump has to be facing away from the others. So we've got one screw pump there. We're going to put one screw pump here. We're going to put one screw pump here. And then we're going to put one, not one screw pump there. Okay, we don't have enough to finish that up. Avian, good morning. How are you? Yeah, Bob, you want to spend your Saturday morning at the meeting area getting squirted on? Listen, to each their own. We have so much to do. Like, we have so much to do. I got to get these bedrooms dug out. We got to get all the furniture in them. We've got to get them smooth. We need to finish getting the mist generator going. We got to get the walls up. We got to get the moat in. We got to get the hospital in. We've got to get a temple in. We got to get our barracks in. We got to get our dungeon set up. We got to get our tomb set up. There's so much to do. It's one of the reasons why I love starting new colonies, and I'm glad that I'm terrible at the game, because they collapse so quickly that I always have a chance to get back to doing the thing I love. Your kids let you sleep until 11:40. That is awesome. No, not that. No, not that. Not that, Bob. That's awesome. I was actually a little late to stream today because I got a text from my 4-year-old. Like, he texts from his mom's phone. And he likes to send, because he doesn't know how to spell, like, he's 4, so he doesn't really know how to spell things. So he knows how to send a speech to text. And I got the most adorable little text from my son's mom's phone, and it says, "I love you, Dada, I miss you." And then he sent me heart emojis, and I was like, I'm gonna cry. I gotta call this little guy. So I called him, and he was hanging out with his mama having a good morning. But it was like just the sweetest little thing. All right, we need one more screw pump, and it needs to face this way. Okay, cool. The other thing that we need... Yeah, he's so cute. He's so cute. So our first year has gone by. It's autumn. We have really got nothing done so far. What I'm going to need next is machines and fluids. I need gear assembly, and I need this, and this. Okay. We're getting close. We're getting close. We got to get the windmills up, though. We got to get the windmills. I texted you good morning, Daddy, and you didn't say... God damn it, Donnie. All right, the statues are happening. And how are we doing on let's take a look at our stonks and see if we have tables. All right, we have enough tables. Oh god, you know what? Never mind. We gotta keep pressing forward. Somebody's like giga angry. Who is it? Donnie! Annoyed when caught in the rain, bored after being unable to practice a craft, unable to take it easy, for being unable to help anybody. Jesus. Without having a drink for a goblet. Oh, shit. Good point about the goblet and cup. Let's do furniture. And I need some chests. Let's put some chests in here. And let's put some tables. Whoops. And we'll put some chairs. Remember, this is going to be our new meeting area. We're sprucing it up. I'm giving it the glow up. Okay, guys, we've got almost everything ready to go. Let me zoom in because I have to remember where we have to put everything. All right, so what we're going to do, and I'm doing this from memory. I might fuck it up. Everybody, I need a horizontal axle, and I'm going to put a horizontal axle here. Whoop. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a gear assembly here. Then I need to do something very specific. I need to dig a channel from here to the surface. Now, this is where I get a little lost in some of the mechanics of digging this type of thing. Then I need to go ahead and cut as many trees. Actually, we're probably pretty good. I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of all of these trees here. Let's get rid of all of these trees, and let's also assign us a... I need some room here to put our windmills. We're going to put some turbines up. That is best. My youngest is 7. I still get the... I love using... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it really is the best. Yesterday morning, I had my son, and it's just like... It's just like those mornings where we wake up, and he's just like, I love you, Dada, and he gives me a hug. I'm like, man... Okay, we are still not dug out for bedrooms, but we're almost ready to go here. We need to get this channel dug. We might have to do... I might have to do something like this. I don't know if this is required, but I'm gonna do it. Let's go ahead and bring this basically up to here, and we'll dig this down to here. So they can reach that, because we have to install a pipe in there. Daddy's gonna lay the pipe. Have you stranded a dwarf in a tree yet? Yes, I have. I don't know how to get them down. Oh no, our hippogriff has been missing for a week. We hit some coal, and it's winter time again. We should get our seasonal vendor coming in. We're at 265 food and 123 drinks, so that has kind of sorted itself out, and we're so close. All right, so once a year, you have this person show up. I probably don't do this right, but I'll show you how I do it. We have this diplomacy tab. This is a vendor. This is wait a minute. The necromancer outpost liaison has arrived. Okay, bud. So these are merchants that come annually. And they basically will bring you news, and there's a lot of weird things that can happen. Sometimes they just show up and they're like, oh, by the way, somebody here is the king now. And you're like, okay, I've got to build a throne room. But most of the time they show up and they're like, hey, is there anything that you would like us to bring you next year? Now, it's basically going to say the expedition leader, Killadrix Dragonfist, meets with the necromancer outpost liaison. I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. The world is the same as ever. It means there's no real news to report. And I can request that he sends me things. And because I overproduce food, I usually say, hey, listen, bring me one of everything. That should include plump helmets, which we're going to use for our brewing. So I just tell this guy, hey, bring me a bunch of seeds. I don't really give a shit about anything else. Oh, am I near the Necromancer Tower? I had no idea. There's really nothing else that I care about. Your liege is a necromancer. It appears so, but I don't know how that works out. I don't think there's really anything else I need. I'm just like, bring me the seeds. I'll do the rest, buddy. Like, you have a Coke and a smile. And I'm going to hit okay. And he's basically going to be like, hey, listen, we're going to bring you those seeds, but we're going to charge you like a fucking 204%, like 100% additional markup. And I'm going to say, okay. Let's discuss what we are willing to offer. A need for leather, water skins, and armor is expected, and if you're able to provide some, the caravan will offer you 203 and 205% respectively. This export agreement only applies to trades next year, not with any merchants currently present. So it looks like they're telling me if I can make some leather, water skins, and armor, they will give me an increased price for them, and then I can use that to... I can sell them anything. But it looks like they're going to give me a good price. So I'm going to click OK. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to trade. I got to take a sip of my coffee real quick and mute and cough. Hold on one second. All right. Trading is really weird. And we're going to do it right now. So what we're going to do, I'm going to click on this. We can see that the vendors are standing around here. You can definitely get some armor crafting. Yeah. I hope so. But typically what happens is the same thing that happens in RimWorld. I just want to make fancy rooms and fancy buildings. And I just want to do fancy floors and statues and opulent things. And then about the time we get raided by something, we don't have any weapons or armor and we die. That's just kind of the gameplay loop for me. So what we're going to do is click on this, and we're going to request that our broker come to the depot. Our broker right now is currently preparing a lavish meal. They can access the depot. It is Nuri Mary Miner, and we're going to move some goods. I don't really have anything to sell these guys, but I would like to get some seeds if they have some. This is all of the stuff over here that you could choose from to sell. I don't really have anything worth anything. I'm going to do something that is going to make everybody cringe, but I'm going to look and see if I have a barrel. Oh, God. Whoops. Anvils. I want to sell. I got to sell something like decent to these folks. I want to buy some seeds. Mechanisms. I don't really have anything worth anything. Plants. All right, we're going to go back up to barrels. Beach will all the things. We will. Digi guy, how are you? I'm trying not to do 11 by 11s. I'm trying very hard. I don't even have any, like, food. Contains 24 items. That's my plant barrel. I don't really want to sell my plants, although we could go get more. I need, like, a little bit of money, okay? I'm going to sell a plant barrel. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't have anything in my bins. Normally, we would be crafting, like, rock crafts and bone crafts. We could sell those. I hate everything. Claystone blocks. But they're heavy. Beds. Do I have any beds that are worth anything? Son of a biscuit. All right. Well, it looks like we're going to have a... I'm going to... That's not even... I might as well just give it to them. My apologies for still unloading. Okay. If I had been better at the game, then what I would have done is we would have been crafting stone crafts so that the first time the seasonal trader comes, I would have something to trade to them. But here we are. Here we are. We're maidenless and tradeless, and now we'll be seedless. We're still making barrels. We've got our corkscrews. All right, let's go to the top and see if we have kind of cleared out where we want to put... Oh, God, where is it? All right, is this right here? Oh, God, something is fighting. This dude is a necromancer. Where is he? I want to see him. That guy's a Mark's dwarf. I don't see a necromancer. Hold on. Oh, God, sorry. Where's this this necromancer I've been hearing about? That's, nope. Interested near a fine trade. Talented Mark's dwarf. Merchant. Praiser and record keeper. I thought it was going to be a lot cooler. The leader of my faction is probably a necromancer. Hell yeah. I gotta get this all dug out here so we can get this shit show going. This is... I have to wait until we get this all dug out. And then we're gonna get our windmills up. I don't think we can put my windmills up just yet, because I have to line them up properly. And I'm worried about screwing that up. We're going to go ahead and trade... Oh, God. 82 bucks. I'm going to see if they have some plum helmets. This is all of the stuff that we can buy. Typically, what I do is I will trade my crafted goods for flasks. I will trade it for instruments. That way we have instruments for our taverns. Especially this large, like these enormous suspended gongs for 900 bucks. We'll buy those. We'll put those in our taverns and things. What I really want, though... I mean, they have weapons. We're gonna end up making our own weapons. Like some picks would be nice. I'm just gonna fucking give this to these guys. Offer as a gift. They won't even take it as a gift. Ugh, guys, I'm just a failure. Just stop. What's the queue like for names? We have 3 people in names. We have Thunis, Bob Croval, and Avian Nightmare. Stray Dog has given birth. I hear dogs growling. All right, we're digging the bedrooms out. Sketchy, how are you this morning? Are we going to go back to Rim before I get a chance? No. Like, this is a game where we'll have like 30 or 40 people in at once. We should be able to get you in and get you killed before the end of the day, Sketchy. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Trying to get the bedrooms dug out, but I really want to get this dug out. We're just going to let it go for a little bit. Deep down, you hope your character... Well, you guys will have to tell me if you want... You guys are going to have to tell me if you want your guys to be trained in the military, okay? Because there's a very high degree of likelihood that one of 2 things will happen to my entire army. And they will go mad because I've mismanaged your mood and forced you to overtrain. Or you will be slain by, like, some random shit. Yeah. Donnie wants to be the militia commander. Got it. Okay, perfect. So we have somebody that wants to be the militia commander. You'll love to see it. We are out of plump helmet seeds. That is terrible for us, and I hate it. Also, winter is going to be here soon. Let's see. gather fruit. Wait, gather fruits and vegetables. Gather fallen fruit. Oh, shit. That's right. Whoever gave me this, I'm so sorry that I forget who it was. Gather fruit in trees. No. Oh, shit. Wait, if I shut this off, people won't get stuck in trees, right? Gather fruit and vegetables from shrubs. Gather fallen fruit. I'm going to shut that off so my people don't get stuck up there like a bunch of assholes. Yo, what's up, Danger Joyp? Yeah, we're doing some DF today. I needed to take a mental health break from RimWorld, and Mortal Smurf is doing the Wikiathon this afternoon. So I said, you know what? I'll get a nice, quiet Dwarf Fortress stream in, and folks can watch the Wikiathon. All right, so this is what we're gonna do right now. This is our contraption that is going to be the squirter. This is going to be squirting water. The way I understand it, we're going to put a pit of water here, and these screw pumps are going to squirt the water here, squirt the water here, squirt the water here, squirt the water here, and that water is going to end up cascading down here on everybody that walks in to our hall. But what we need to do to get all of this moving is I need a pipe. Daddy's got to lay the pipe all the way up here. So what we're going to do is come into here, machines and fluid. We're going to go vertical axle. And I think we start the vertical axle here. And we're going to run this vertical axle all the way up to here. Once those vertical axles have all been placed, we're going to put a gear at the top with a horizontal axle. And that horizontal axle is going to go into our windmills, which are all going to sit in this area here. Yep, it's going to be an industrial squirter. That's exactly right. And it looks like we're probably not going to get the moat in this year because the river, all the water is already frozen. So what we're going to do during the winter is we're going to get inside. Hopefully we'll have enough food and drink. And we will basically, we have so many things to set up, right? If you guys have never played this, then you have no idea how many rooms. Like, we got to get the bedrooms done. We got a ton of stuff. These look all built. We're going to go into machines and fluids. I'm going to put a gear assembly here. And I'm also going to go ahead and put a horizontal axle facing this way here. Nope. Here. All right, that wood is in the way, but I think we're going to be okay. Now, are you guys ready for the most important and most impressive part of all of this? We're going to build... Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I hope I didn't break anything. I think we're good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a turbine. We're going to put a windmill. And I think the windmill has to line up here. 1, 2, 3. I think we need 4. I think we need 4 of these. We'll find out. So each of these windmills... I'm doing well, enjoying the weekend. I'm really well. I had a terrible night of sleep last night. I didn't fall asleep until almost 4 o'clock in the morning. So I slept from 4 until about 8 o'clock this morning, and then I got up. I watched Mortal stream some RimWorld, and then I was like, you know what? I want to take a mental health break from RimWorld today and just have some fun and play a little bit of Dwarf Fortress with you guys, because a lot of folks have said they've wanted to see it and or have bought it and have never played it. It doesn't make any sense. So I was like, you know what? I'll have some fun. I love explaining things, and we'll all just do a little bit of learning together. So thank you for asking. All right, guys, we have our windmills up. Each of these windmills supplies a bit of power. So you can see here, our total power is 160. Our total power needed to power our squirting machine is 70. We have a stable foundation. So we actually have one more windmill than we need. And when I release the pause button, you will see that everything will now be animated. You will see that our windmills are not animated. And then you will also see that all of our gears are turning all the way down here. And basically what's happening is these things are spinning. It's spinning this horizontal axle, which is spinning this gear. That gear is spinning this shaft all the way down here. There is another gear here that you can't see that is spinning this horizontal axle into our squirter setup here. Okay. Now, this is where the fun happens. This is almost complete. The last step is we're going to come in here and we're going to dig a pit or pond, and we're going to build it just like this. We're going to make it too wide. We're going to accept, and we're going to say, designate this as the top of a pond. Citizens will bring buckets of water if the pond below isn't filled. And essentially, what's going to happen, somebody's going to come with a bucket. They're going to throw water in here, and then this is going to be a perpetual mist squirting machine, and we will be able to see the sprites of the mist happening here, and then we'll see the mist down here. What we're going to do then is change our meeting area from here over here so people hang out in here and get squirted by our Misty machine. So let's go ahead and wait. It might take a minute because everybody is very busy. I've actually overworked everybody, so Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's zoom in. Here we go. It might take 2 buckets. We got 1 bucket in there right now. So it's not working. We just dropped a little bit of water down below. That's fine. It'll get cleaned up. We should have 1 more bucket coming in. This is a double bucket, 4 screw pump, 4 windmill, perpetual squirt machine. Are you guys ready for the magic? Here we go. Here we go. God damn it. I got baited. I thought somebody was throwing water in the pond. I think that was Donnie Fish. We need 1 more bucket for this to work. This is a 2-bucket operation. The water source is really far away, so somebody's probably got to walk all the way up there and then come back in. You guys will see this. You guys will see the squirts when it starts happening. What we should do right now is go ahead and let's get rid of this, and we're gonna go ahead and move it over here. We need a meeting area. Drop this down here. We're going to accept, and we're going to have to go ahead and make it an inn and tavern, and we're going to have to go ahead and re-add shit. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to have to switch this up. Einrig is now going to be our tavern keeper, and who's our best dancer? Oh, Ferdy von Olive Pit. Talented musician, novice speaker. Beautiful. All right. Guys, bring the goddamn bucket for the squirts. All right, we'll let that work for a minute. Somebody will bring us the squirts. The merchants have left, and I'm hoping that we get these bedrooms. All right, we are working on the bedrooms. So what we're going to do is start putting doors. We're going to start putting these... I'm sorry, if I can do what now? We have no doors. All right, let's go ahead and get... We didn't set a bill for rock doors. Let's set a bill for rock doors. We'll make 10 of them for now. Come on, guys. We got to fire up the squirt machine. Somebody is really failing me. Somebody better actually be hauling some water. Item in stockpile. Item in stockpile. Fill pond. Yes. That's what I need. Somebody should be filling the pond here. I have dogs. I have dogs in my meeting area. All right. And what we can do is start moving our beds down here. So we'll do a nice mirror setup. We'll finally get some beds in here. This is going to go ahead and increase our happiness. Who is this? Coyote Iron Fist in here. The only person interested in getting some beds going. I know the suspense is killing me too. I built it up so big and now we're just sitting here waiting. We're waiting for the squirts. I'm so sorry, guys. So you can see that Coyote is now a professional miner, expert record keeper, proficient planter, dabbling mason, and dabbling fish cleaner. Happy as a clam. Happy as a clam. Let's keep placing these. We got these beds here. I'm going to start executing dwarves if the squirt machine doesn't get moving. Also, winter is coming. Oh boy. Winter is coming and our plant situation is terrible. Let's see. Let's go ahead and add. I'm going to add us this here. Gosh, guys, it's winter already. Our first year has passed. I don't have bedrooms. I don't have an army. I don't know what we've been doing for 2.5 hours. Let's go ahead and put some more beds in here. And we should be making some doors. Old man Johannes, how you been? You think half your life is waiting to be squirted on? Somebody should be filling the squirt machine. Let's go to the tasks. Construct building bed. Where did fill pond go? Did we fill it? We did not. It's all right. We'll keep going. Somebody will fill the squirt machine. What do we got here? Gypsum, plaster powder. All right, we are at 10 dwarves. That is our maximum. Oh no! The river is. Oh god, we will have a squirt machine. It's only mid-autumn. Oh no, guys, all that work, and we're not gonna have a squirt machine for the winter. Okay, well, we have a half-ass squirt machine. We have a puddle. That's all we got. No squirts, Arngrim. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry, guys. We got one bucket in before everything froze. All we did was make the ground in here a little soggy. Son of a biscuit. All right, let's make sure we have everything we need here. Goblets. Wait, why don't we not have goblets? I swear we had goblets. Rock mugs. 10 of 10 rock mugs. Here, let's do this. Wooden bins is good. Wooden barrels is good. Everything is good. Lavish meals good. Drinks not so good. Yeah, now we gotta wait till spring. Also, where the hell is all the beds? Everybody was supposed to be constructing beds. We've got a couple of rock doors out here. We really need to get our crafting underneath the ground here. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do our crafting setup maybe underneath. Hold up. God, it's so scary. I hear all those animals out there like baying. Let's go ahead and do this. And let's do... That seems off-center. Hold up. Who made this as off? Who made this so off-center? It doesn't even make sense. Yep. Oh, God. I hate this, like, brown stone, by the way. And let's see how many doors we have. All right, we have 10 doors. Underground channels. I mean, if we find some. All right, let's start getting our doors here. All right. Well, we got our puddle. I can't believe we missed it by one bucket, guys. I can't believe we missed it by one bucket. After all that build-up that I did, and we miss it by one bucket. All right, I'm going to go ahead and make us some rock cabinets. And I'm going to make us some rock bookcases. And let's check our beds. We're going to need a lot of beds. We're going to need... we need beds, and I'm actually going to set that as a recurring, because we're going to need beds for the bedrooms, we're going to need beds for the hospital, and we're going to need beds for the barracks. Oh, what do we got down here? Oh, we got some lignite. Okay. Let's go ahead and dig this out a little bit and see what we're dealing with. We missed it by one bucket. How did I missed that joke? The other thing we can do is I need a reminder on what size this was. 13 by 15. 13. Wait a goddamn second. Is that really 13 by 16? Oh God, we could have centered it. We could have centered it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, everybody. This is what we're gonna do. Let's do another. Does it not look? Why does that not look right? 14 by 15. Hold on, my spatial and I have spatial intelligence issues. This is technically okay. It is the 13 by 15. I was counting it incorrectly. I need another 13 by 15. Right here, and then we'll do something sexy next to it. The problem that we have is let's just shave this off with a 5 wide opening. And let's make this a 5 wide opening. And let's go ahead and round our corners here. All right. And then honestly, in here, we could probably do... Let's see if we can get some actual offices in here. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. I don't know what size the offices are supposed to be. Let's go back into maybe a 3x4. Problem with 3x4 is that... I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make it nice and almost even. I think we should be able to go maybe a 3x5 and do 3 of them in here. Okay, that's going to be fine. It's just going to have to be like this. Oh, God, it hurts me so bad. I'm going to let it go. My OCD is just going to have to let this one go, guys. Here we go. We'll just make that a dining hall for somebody. And why don't we just go ahead and do this? We'll do a couple of offices in here. And let's come look down here. Okay, we need to start digging that out. Let's get this dug out here first, and then we're going to start digging out down below. Yep, can't fill the pond, no water source. All right, that's fine. And what we need to do is get dug out down below here for all of our crafting purposes. That way we can start deconstructing this, because there's a ton of things that we could be planting if we just had this stuff out of the way, because this is where I think I want the farm to go. Lunar Guard, thank you. Think of it a raid, Lunar Guard. Also, my water. I lost my water. The Forgotten Beast Deathlord, guess, has found your fortress. Beware its deadly blood. Not yet. Not yet. How are you guys? Thank you. What were you playing, Lunar? Kill you, making me want to play Dwarf Fortress. Well, Youngian, do it. You know what? Follow your heart. Thank you for the raid, Lunar. Thank you. We're doing a cozy Saturday morning Dwarf Fortress stream. I am a RimWorld streamer by trade, but I like to dabble in the Dwarven arts off stream, and I needed a mental health break from RimWorld today, so here we are. You're playing Terraria, you know, like that's on my long list of games that I wish that I could learn to play. Yes. Hey, Deathlord, the Fortress is going really well so far. We had a... I'm not good at the game. So first of all, I'm not good at Dwarf Fortress. That's number one. Number two, I'm playing on like Untamed Wild Natural Savagery with a mythical beast mod on. So I'm fully expecting that something that I'm going to be fully unprepared and unable to kill is going to climb out of the depths or come onto my tile and murder all of us. That's kind of where we're at. I have not pissed off the elves. You have 167 hours on stream, but probably over 1,000 hours before it came. Oh, you played in the ASCII version. When do we launch the ship? On Friday, Donnie Fish. You guys know Friday is always ship day around here. I don't even trade with the elves because I just can't be asked to piss them off. I'm not going to tell. I want you guys to figure out why you shouldn't, what the nuance of the elves for yourselves, okay? I'm not going to tell everybody what happens when you piss off the elves. But it's no bueno. It is no bueno. All right, let's see why Donnie Fish... Donnie just wants to... Okay, excited at remembering performing, satisfied at work, uneasy after being able to help anybody, annoyed after having to... Okay, suffering... Donnie is still angry about that flying squirrel incident. It's just like unbelievable. Come on, dude. Thank you, Lunar. Thank you for the raid. You have a great day. Thank you so much. Okay, no water source, rock cabinets. Okay. I'm still working to get these bedrooms done. I don't know why nobody is hauling these beds. Okay, we should be fully bedded right there. And then we'll get a cabinet next to all the beds. As many as we can, and then we will go ahead and get a bookcase. Next to the door. As many as we have. And then we will go ahead and get a chest. As many as we have. Now, the problem is, now that we built that, we're going to have to backcraft everything we just built for the standing orders. So, for example... Oh, just the beds. Okay, we probably are going to have to set an order here. I'm going to need more rock bookcases. And I'm going to need more rock cabinets. And I should have a repeating order for beds. And I did not set a repeating order for coffers. So we're going to make some more rock coffers. And we might as well just set a standing order to check those. Damn tree huggers come around our land, tell us to stop chopping the wood and to cook around. Nah, I know, right? Yeah, they're not coming in here telling me what to do. Not a chance. I'm gonna wait for us to dig this out down here until we have backcrafted and gotten these rooms set. I don't know why we are not. We have beds, but nobody's bringing them downstairs. And nobody knows why. Let me take a look at tasks. Construct building. Store item. I think everybody's just busy. Let's give them a minute. We only have 10 people. We could probably bump it up to 20. What do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We could probably dig out another set of these over here. And we got a 3x1 hallway. Coming down to a 5x here. As I say that, I'm not going to give anybody anything else to do so that we can kind of backcraft and get stuff set. Here I am queuing up another, you know, 12 bedrooms that I don't exactly need. But if we can bump up our population cap a little bit, get a few extra people in here, we can get rocking and rolling. Thank you for the lurk, Deathlord. You have K2 to burn a Kenshi and a noble that desperately needs an acid bath. That's the best type of bath for nobles. All right, let's get some doors on here. Okay, I guess I guess not. We looks like we probably needed a set of their standing bill for door. Make rock doors. There we go. Okay. Everybody is probably going to be busy doing what they do. Except for this. Who the fuck is this? Einrig. Okay. The other thing we could do is take a look at our labor. I feel like maybe our labor is not what we need it to be. Let's get a few more haulers. I think we're kind of good. Stone cutters. We should be good. Yo, Chimbers. What's happening, buddy? 65 drinks. Let's take a look outside. That's not great. We have plenty of food. Let's go ahead and take a look at labor, kitchen. I'm going to turn a bunch of things off for cooking. You know, let's leave coffee cherries on. I'm going to turn a bunch of things off for cooking and leave them on for brewing so that we don't die. Just jumped off for a bit to watch the season finale of Marble. What If? I don't even know what that is. But I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, I can't believe we screwed up our squirt machine. I also have no idea why not a single person is actually hauling us any of our beds and stuff. Hatterene, how are you? No, I am taking I decided I wanted to take a mental health break today from RimWorld. Looking forward to updates to Dwarf Fortress on Steam. Yep. Yeah, the adventure mode is coming on. From what I understand, allows you to explore your own colonies, like in a first or a third person. Something crazy like that. Alright, I swear to Christ, if somebody doesn't bring me beds. Yeah, we have the beds. Whoops, I just scrolled like a million miles down. Okay, I just took a bunch of stuff off cooking. We're going to have to watch our food levels to make sure that we have enough, to make sure that we're not like, we don't end up with 300 drinks and 0 food. We should be okay. Is there a deep dig mod in RimWorld? No, there's a mod that introduces dungeons, but it's not like, you know, you can make it part of your base. It's not like that type of thing. I think you can just kind of find them in the world and go explore them. Let's go ahead and dig down here. It's basically stories in the Marvel Universe, but based on an alternate timeline where things are different. Instead of Captain America Steve Rogers, it's Captain Carter, it's Peggy Carter. You know, I don't mind that. Like, I mean, I have no skin in the game, so I probably shouldn't even give my opinion, but I would actually prefer that type of version of kind of like retconning stuff, because I feel like every time I read about a lot of the superhero stuff, it's like a million alternate universes. I would rather them say, here's like, keep everything in alignment is like chronologically as we can here. But listen, over here we're just gonna get nutty. Like, this is the what if universe. I love that idea. I love it. Z levels mod is a thing. Is it really? All right, I'm gonna stop issuing commands to do things, and we're just gonna get caught up here because we need to get these beds. We need to get these beds hauled. Pets and livestock. We probably could kill stray yak. I might just keep the dogs. Stray puppy. Stray cat. Uninterested in an owner. Okay. Well, guess what? Stray chicken. Kill it. The hunting hippogriff. What is this? Assign this creature as a work animal for a specific citizen. Okay. And then we have these dogs here. Great, they're gonna die. They're gonna freeze to death. They're gonna freeze to death, dude. I can't just let them freeze to death. No, we're gonna do it humanely. We're gonna do it humanely. Don't look at the skulls over here. Guys, we're doing it humanely. They're just gonna freeze and starve to death. You guys would rather have those animals freeze and starve to death? That's the real monster. Okay, you guys are the real monsters. I could give them warm homes. I can't. You know why? Animal filth. Animal filth. You said to adopt a kitten, they're going to tell you when I go get them. That's awesome, Ferdy. It's called Deep Rim. I use it personally, but updated 2 weeks ago. Looks imbalanced to be honest. Z levels don't work in rim mechanics. Yeah. I mean, listen. I support folks going out and making cool mods. See what it looks like. Some things are just going to be unbalanced, you know? All right, guys, we humanely put a few animals out to pasture. We have a few people that are angry. Donnie is perpetually angry. Why is Prayer angry? Dejected. Okay, you know what we should do? This is what we're going to do. Let's come down here. And I'm going to go ahead and set this here. For everybody can just come pray to, like, whomever they want. Except we're going to make this a new temple. No specific deity. And you guys just go nuts. There we go. Looking good. I should have gone and got another drink while the ad was going, but I've never seen anybody like not bring haul a single thing. Is everybody just too busy? Let's take another look at the labor here. Let's scale back. 3 miners. 2 woodcutters. We'll do 1 hunter. 1 planter. We only have 1 plot. We probably only need Donnie fishing. I think plant gatherers is important. We'll leave 3 there. 1 person can probably handle the stone cutting. I don't have anybody set to engraving. Hauling. We have 2 people on orderlies. I feel like we're in a good spot right now. Somebody bring me my goddamn beds. That's all I need. I need beds. And I need my squirter. All of these should be in pretty good shape. Oh, we don't have fish again. Go figure. Go figure, Donny Fish.